Howdy everybody, welcome back to another fun time Phoebe stream. Today we're going to be going over the Lost Omens Divine Mysteries book, which I had gotten a little bit back, but I forgot to go into a thing about it. Now, like every other Lost Omens book that comes from Paizo, this book is chock full of like 90% lore and other really cool stuff, and like of course all the divine new stuff from like deities, but there's also a lot of new player stuff from archetypes to class feats like reworked champion feats. We have new spells, all that fun stuff, and I'm excited to share with you guys. But does it help me play as Pac-Man? No. Pac-Man is above the gods. Pac-Man is ascendant being. But there is a whole hell of a lot of new deities and pantheons, stuff like that. They have a whole redone orc pantheon that had really cool infighting and stuff like that happen in lore. There is new goblin gods, my favorite ones, which I need to talk about all of them because, like, oh goddamn. There's a lot of scrunkly fucky ones, but also one of my favorite deities of all time is now one of the goblin ones. As you probably guessed from my going live notification, if you saw that, it's about napping and working hard today so you can go and take the day off tomorrow and stuff like that. Hey, Makura Wukong. Isn't it got Phoebe? No, that'd be cool though, but I would definitely consider maybe worshipping them. Pac-Man Gigo Ghost, meaning he is quite literally above death, and also, yeah, this book seems cool. It is really cool. And I don't care what anyone fucking says on Reddit. Some white room math, huge nerd shit. The Battle Harbinger is fucking sick. Legendary class DC, mastery in weapons and stuff like that. Like 5 levels before War Priest. No, what's it? They get normal, was it level 13? War Priest is 6 levels before War Priest. They have a bunch of cool auras and the feats that help extend and make their auras bigger. Anyway, look, I still need to actually read Battle Harbinger. Battle Harbinger is so good. I can't wait to read it with you guys. Rovagok is Pac-Man coded. And yeah, no, the Reddit can suck at times. This isn't the most peak 100% like amazing thing in the entire world. It should die. And I, of course, don't agree with that. Friends are here to play this soon. You need to look forward to it. You learn more about it, though. That is fair. And that's why I'm here, to come and help you learn. You know, Battle Harbinger is fucking sick. I love it. A lot of people keep being like, but it gets rid of its free heals and has less spell slots. Yeah, because it's a melee whapper secondary support. Like, it's a primary punch you in the dick, a secondary support. It's not like a full casting healer, because it's almost like there's more to clerics than just healing, and it's also like, if you want healing stuff, you don't have to just be cleric. There's like Life Oracle. There's the Divine Witch. I didn't remember the name because it changed in the remaster. Like, there's like the Druid, there's the new Animus. There's so much if you want to be a fucking healer caster, you can, but also this is like Gish through and through. And it has wave casting just like the Magus. It has really cool aura, like it has Bless and the two new spells, there's Benediction and Malediction. And it can increase those on a critical hit to go make the numbers bigger, and also sustain and also hit something at the same time for a single action, so you can make it bigger and more effective as they hit enemies. Which is already peak. Not people are like, what does the Battle Harbinger have? Because the War Priest doesn't. I don't know. Attacks that scale. +4 to my AC and attack rolls to me and all my homies and an aura around me. I don't know. You tell me. That's my rant. That's my rant. I'm not gonna rant about Reddit that much anymore. Today, at least. Maybe, hopefully. Time to go, Phoebe. You didn't say nice things about yourself. Listen, I don't want to. There's nothing nice about me. I am mean. Don't throw me either, Puyo. I see you try to throw me in chat. No throwing. Throwing is illegal. But yeah, no, I love this book. there's a couple of archetypes. I was expecting only the Mortal Herald archetype and the Battle Harbinger, and the other two they listed like Palatine Detective and Ribbithune Emissary. But one that I did not expect, and get this, it's an archetype that I would never have seen coming. Something that most people probably wouldn't see coming either. Thank you so much for Wukong for the tier 1 subscribe. If you guys are familiar with any of the events that are going down in the God's Reign entirely, there is a new archetype to be a Rasmirian priest. Like, there's an entire archetype dedicated to being a priest of Rasmir, the false god, like the fake god, the guy who's a wizard who has like the weird mind controlled like nation of people who are convinced he's the actual Ow! Damn that button. So you're nice, no dying like these? That's illegal. No. Giving nungi. You know, Rasmirian priest is in here, and it's so fucking funny. Namely because one thing they talk about, thank you for the hydrate. In this book, they discuss how some of the high tier Rasmirian priests actually became demigods and stuff like that, technically, due to the God's Reign stuff. And they're like doing call out posts to Rasmir, who has locked himself away in his fucking house. You bastard, how dare you burn my nuggies? But yeah, no, fucking Rasmir is just holed up in his house being like, man, while a couple of his, because Rasmir has been trying, he's literally called the living god. He is a liar. He's a cheat. He is a wizard who teaches his priests like a lot of illusionary stuffs and like other types of, other type of magics like that through like wizardry ways, being like, look, these are my clerics. These are my people. And like, and so like Rasmir rules through like mind fuckery and like violence and like other seedy shit. And usually his priests are like, hey, they get like, usually his priests are like high ranking officials, so like that they get like a lot of money, a lot of stuff like that. He starts to follow the Limit Breaker. I love that name. And you could just be one of the priests now. It has a lot to do with masks and stuff, because Rasmirian priest, since Rasmir himself, also just has a big ass mask over his face to cover up all their stuff. And the dedication for that. And there's also just a whole lot of fun shit about being related to the living god, Rasmir, the cuck. I don't know why, but I've been struggling with a character I should make for this game. Ooh, there's a lot of options. There's 27 classes, so you've got a whole lot going for you. Well, 27 if you count the 2 playtest classes. I want to play a game where I get to chokeslam Rasmir. No, that's fair. I'm surprised. That would be... Paisa did say that there's going to be multiple mythic level adventure paths coming out. So it'd be really, really funny if one of them had you like chokeslam Rasmir in front of his people to go, like be like, hey, snap out of it, cucks. He's not God. He's not cool. He's just a chud. He's a grifter. Because that's literally all he is. He's just like a grifter who runs an entire nation. Oh no, that's my future. But is he cute? I don't know. He always has face with a mask out of shame and fear and not wanting people to see its true identity. So like, we don't know what he looks like. Probably not great. Also, I talk about this all the time, but Paizo books have fucking immensely awesome art in them, and you need to see some of this shit. He is really old, but he's a wizard, so like that doesn't count. Okay, there's a god of wrestling, the man who never sells unless you talk about merchandise. I want that to be a thing. That's Porgy now. That's Porgy, my old character. Yeah, HB's nothing to do with a fucking wizard. Especially because if anyone was familiar with just the world in general of Paizo's, Galarian, Geb, and Nex were just nations ruled by the wizards, Geb and also Nex, who went to war with each other for over 1,000 years. They just have like that dumb wizard of mortality just throw shit at each other while everyone else suffers around them. Hey, Jordis. Made a scary sprite example there with the hands of wilding, bonds of imprisonment, and eyes as sharp as steel. Icons use a gauntlets, the only worthy feat. Ooh. I have my Trapagon, my artist friend, is making a lady for me right now for my exemplar character. I would show her on stream, but she's still in work in progress stage, so I don't want to show, like, because I know like not a lot of artists like it when people show off their work in progress stuff because it's not the final version. It's not what you're going to get when you get art from them, stuff like that. They don't want people to see that just because they don't want people having misconceptions of their art. But he is fucking cooking. He literally just sent me an update to like the fucking sketch of it like 5 minutes ago, and I've been staring at it this whole time like, sheesh. She is a human exemplar who is a farm girl. Like literally, she's just a little farmer girl who fucking got splashed with that god goo, and now she has to deal with the whole being like, wow, howdy, I guess I am one of them special people, aren't I? And just trying to go out in the world and like be a better person, make the world a better place, like all those cool heroes and all the stories she was read when she was a kid. Making a Rovan Legionary example, so the Knights of Last Waltz could be so cool. Oh, are they going to be using the new Gladius weapon and stuff they added? Little friend, I love her. She also has huge fucking titties. Not even gonna lie. Humongous, Gunalunganal Gungus, Boobus. Like, you won't even know. That's literally one of her icons. One of her icons I had be eye-catching spot. My GM let me workshop it with her so that it's her cleavage instead of just like a mole on her face. Yeah, huge tracts of land. I'm gonna do a samurai example, lots of double cuts and stuff. That's fair. Mine, of course, uses the Mortal Harvest, which is just like, you know, she uses her literal, like, her farming hoe from when she was a, what's it called? From when she was just a normal farmer girl. And she also has, a worn icon, which is just the little choker her boyfriend got her, because my boyfriend is playing her boyfriend in the game that we're gonna be playing, and it's gonna be really cute. Farmer, yes, a farmer. She wears the sun hat, she's got the overalls, that type of jazz. Please tell me there's a deity with the horn bow as a favorite weapon. Let me see. I don't believe so. I hear Sabaton. Yes, there's Sabaton playing in the background for those on Twitch. Honestly, I want to make an exemplar who's missing an arm, but has gained a sense of pride to have it gain the strongest weapon in the entire world, a shotgun. Fucking one wielding, unloading a lever action shotgun with one arm. That's exemplar shit. You're fucking doing the whole Arnold Schwarzenegger flip it around, and or the Kyle Blackthorn from the iconic SNES game from Blizzard Entertainment, Blackthorn. I wish they'd make more Blackthorn. I wish it was in Heroes of the Storm, but they cowered it out and fucking dropped the game. Fucking goddamn it. Who will just no look behind him, full, like, just have the shotgun over his fucking back, shoot it behind him, and just put it back forward without even fucking thinking or even looking at it, just knowing he killed an orc behind him. Blackthorn was the coolest. But, like, there's so much cool fucking shit in this book, like, you don't even know. Of course, there's a lot of lore. I am not the biggest on Paizo's lore. Not because I don't like it, but because reading lore for me doesn't really do it for me. I need someone to tell me the lore or watch a video on the lore or hear about it. Like, because reading is hard for me sometimes because of the tism. So there's a lot to parse. But I will be going over my favorite deities. And, like, there's just really cool deity designs that I just need to fucking talk about and show you. But for now, I think I'm going to swap over to actually where you can see the PDF of it. I want to show you a lot of the art. Because there's a lot of really good art, as there always is in fucking Paizo books. How's the Monk and Pathfinder? Fucking peak. Monk and Pathfinder 2E. slaps so hard. It used to be my favorite class of all time. It is extremely versatile. It has no subclasses if you're a D&D. It works like the fighter does in Pathfinder 2e, where it is entirely versatile. It can do whatever you want it to be based on the feats you give it. It can go for like full martial stances. It can go for key spells and stuff like that. It can do a mix of both. It can do other utility stuff. It can do medicine things. It can use grappling things. There's a lot of stuff for it that you can just go inside you want to build for it to be. It also has the second highest defenses in the entire game, with just its unarmed defense and stuff as well, and also has the best saves because it starts with expert in every single save, and you could choose which one you want to be legendary and which one you want to be master in. So you can just pick and choose between what you want to be cool in, good in. It even rivals the champion in AC with a certain one of the stances, mountain stance. And it's one of my favorite classes of all time. It didn't get power crept. It got like just new options came out, and I was like, I like this. Literally my favorite stuff about, because like I love Monk because it's really cool and versatile. And then Kineticist came out a couple years later, and I love that because it's so cool and versatile. And now that Exemplar is out and War Battles, I love it so much because it's cool and versatile, and you can catch why I love these classes. We hope we get to see what god replaced Torag under the Godclaw Pantheon. I heard Torag left Godclaw. I'm trying to remember what was in the Godclaw Pantheon. Oh, yeah, I found it. Abadar, Asmodeus, Iomade, Irori, and Urich. He is the new, he has replaced Torag. Iris being one of the orc ones. You had to show us the book A. Oh, I forgot. I got distracted. Okay. Okay, that's interesting. How I'm thinking of Feral Tarzan, Himba Monk. Speaking of Tarzan, there is an entire archetype in How the Wild called Wild Mimic. Lets you literally physically mimic abilities that animals have. Like very Tarzan-y and or Blanca-y and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm going to move over to actually show the actual book. Give me just a second. There we go. I'm trying to get it because my fucking browser's a little slow when it comes to loading shit, so it's going to take a second to go all the way up from fucking page 300 to fucking page 1 again. I let you know. U-I-R... Shit, how do I spell it again? U-I-R-C-H. It's a new orc deity in this book. There you go. I forgot to put myself in the corner. There we go. Fucking, look at this art. Look at how fucking sick it is. Oh no, I broke it again. Oops. Hey, Callie, what's good, girl? Look at this. This bitch fucking pretty. Look at her glow up. This is Erasme. She's so fucking pretty. She has a little streak in her hair from all the fuck shit that's happened to her. Look at that. And time looks like, how is everybody? I'm doing great. Talking about, we're getting literally right into the, I discussed some stuff what to expect earlier. I thought you were talking about the Psychopomp being all pretty. The Psychopomp is really cute, not pretty. I love birds. Let me find, where is it? This is my favorite art in this book so far. It's Iomade. I never know if I say her name right. This is the Starstone trial. Pretty much. You see all the fucking corpses, all these dudes. Also, it's gonna, there we go. Like, you see all the people who almost became gods. We don't know what they've been through, we don't know what they've seen. There's just piles of dudes. And then here's this bitch just touching the rock. These people got so close. And this is the godly shit just spewing out of her. I love this art. This art fucking slaps. It's so good. I'm sorry, my browser's being mean right now. There we go. Fucking goddamn it. Why are you so slow? I like that it reinforces how difficult the test is and why I never can make it. No, for real. I hate it when the god goo pours out of me. I know, right? Plug it up. But like, it's just so you get to see the cute little fucking bird just taking notes. I love it. My day has been so internal and external screaming, so I need this. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, but I'm glad you're stopping by. You get to see some cool stuff. I don't know a whole lot about the lore, though, so I will be maybe relying on chat a little bit for something here or there, because I'm not the most versed on it. But there's a lot of cool stuff. I scrolled past like a good bit of the book where it just talks about the basic stuff, so like what to expect from this book. Also, I'm sorry, it's really slow to load. My computer's in shambles. I just love all the art. You'll never guess what that gnome is in the corner. The one to chapter 1 is amazing, by the way. It cooks so hard in flavor sense. Yeah, no, exactly. God, I just love all the fucking art. And you get to see Mommy Pharasma, and her fucking bird. We love life and death fucking bird mom. God, she's pretty. And this goes, because like this book is literally written by Mommy, exactly, is written by our bird friend here, our psychopomp homie. And you can tell by the way it's like written how a lot of the flavor text is. Yavali, thank you. I don't remember the name, and I felt really mean. But you can see this starts with like, my dearest lady, I write this from my designated place within the scriptorium as you've requested. It's really cute. They're just so precious. I love them. Like this is all flavor, and this is talking about how to use the book. They're just talking about like chapter 1, here's the divine. It shows like, hey, here's like ways to attempt to figure out how the deities and stuff work, and like what is their capacity as a divine thing. Yeah, the section on clerics versus champions versus priests is great. Thank you so much, Yamuari1, for the Prime sub. Inside the Battle Harbinger section of this book, I'm going to go super in depth into like the flavor stuff on the side. They talk about it because I love it the most, and I am happy that I was right, because a while ago, months back, I was talking about how I think a divine polycule would work with a Battle Harbinger and a champion. It'd be a really cute like Yuri story of like a Battle Harbinger cleric who was originally going to be a champion but dropped into the champion school because she couldn't handle the extra tenants being put on top of that. It was restricting for her, so she went off and became a Battle Harbinger instead, but later met up on the battlefield with her long-lost love who became a full-fledged champion, and together they fight evil together. And then everything changed when the Exemplar girl came into town. Hey, Amaterasu! And it's so big. You're from an all-divine base game because of how much I love the idea of Champion, Avenger, Vindicator, Battle Harbinger. Fair! I would also put basic Cleric, like Cloister Cleric, in the background too. Just for more like support castery stuff. But hi, Amaterasu, yeah. Chapter 2 goes over all the like 20 most prominent gods of the Inner Sea, like the core 20 as we call them. Mastermind household. Yes, sometimes you need heal casted on you. I don't care how big and cool your muscles are, sometimes they get cut a little bit. Can't expect God to do all the work. And then chapter 3 is like a fucking ass ton of other deities. Batman says, go, you can do that once per day. Just adds character. But like there's literally an ass ton. There's like so much new orc deities, so many new goblin deities. There's a big shakeup of a lot of stuff. I'm gonna definitely go over the goblin deities because they're fucking hilarious. I love them. One is a god of napping. One of my favorite ones is the Bark Breaker, just for its name. Thank you for the follow, the Muse Court. Miss Godless Healing. Listen, I love Godless Healing. Thank you, Scrublord2000 for the Prime sub. You have a hype train going on. Let's fucking go. And they talk about other divinities in chapter 4, which is like, hey, Archdevils, Elemental Lords, we love our big dinosaur daddy. Oh, thank you for the biddies. Gazrain is the cause? Yes! The whole fucking divine war of shit is happening. I get Pathfinder so fun. It is so very fun. And then chapter 5 is where all the like character options are secluded. They're literally in the very back of the book. That's where your Battle Harbinger is, your Ruathun Emissary, your Rasmiran Priest, etc. There's all the spells, the Champion Oaths, the Witch Patrons, the Oracle Mysteries. Of our lore, so I can help any tiny bit. I do not know anything about lore. Callie, Runia, and Dina are my go-to lore bitches. I love them. You know, Orcons have been changing a little bit, but like, fucking, I forgot her name, but she tried to kill that man. She could have like killed that man. And just took over, which is based. And then it tells you, hey, here, how do you read a deity entry? I love when deity, like right here, they talk about the sacred animal. See, looking at the fucking sacred animals is so funny to me. Because, like, some of them are very fitting. Other ones I'm like, okay. Like, guess in chat what Nethys's sacred animal is. Nethys is the god of magic. He is literally split directly in half between like good and evil. Not really, but it's like destruction and creation more than likely. Like he's usually seen his colors are like black on one side, white on the other side, stuff like that. It's a very duality type thingy. The platypus, that'd be funny. You got 6 ads? I'm sorry. Maja Firehair is the orc girl boss. Yes, that's the one. Her. Nethys the platypus? No. Nethys is a zebra. Because it's black and white stripes. So I also like to think of a deity's sacred animal being their persona. Because I'm cringe. I just want to give you a box with everything you ever lost. So what's the first thing you're looking for? My original Pokemon Heart Gold Soul Silver cartridge that I lost during a move. I don't know why, but that thing stuck in my head forever. It's something I think about every single time. I'm like, because I still have the Pokewalker for it. And it makes me sad because like he could never go home. My Rayquaza I have in there can never go home. 1,000 Animals pick 0, but yeah, because it's the black and white theming of Nethys is very prominent throughout everything, including the followers of Nethys himself, all wear like very much like it's all about the duality of the black and white. And so of course the zebra is literally just black and white stripes alternating. He can't find a home. I'm sorry, I can't. I lost that years ago. Same with my fucking Paul Blart and also Kung Fu Panda DVDs. I have the cases for them. I don't have the DVDs. I've moved twice since I lost those. I'll never find them again. Thank you for the follow, T3A Fling. Panda is one of them, yes. Most people usually think of panda, but it's zebra, because it's a horse, I guess. I don't know. Also, my favorite things that's in Pathfinder 2e is the alternate domains, because most deities have 4 domains, and some of them have alternate domains, where they fall outside of the deity's main purpose, or purview, and they still apply. So it's basically you go from 4 to 6. I love that. They added a new feat so you can take them, though. Because normally you're not supposed to have them, but also we have 30 seconds left on our hype train if anyone wants to go and donate more subs or bits, something like that, if you want to keep it going. They have expand a domain initiate, where it says you pick an alternate domain, and giving you the initial domain spell for that domain alongside your other ones. I'm not sure. I don't like that it takes a feat to get it because, like, I don't know. I feel like it should be a thematic thingy, but I understand for gameplay reasons why you might need it to be a feat. I do like Splinter Faith, though. Splinter Faith lets you pick the fucking... I forgot what it's called. The apocryphal one, I believe. It's like when you like, because your like love of your deity is somewhat be like heretical for them. Feats on feats on feats on feats, exactly. Oh no, Splinter Faith is not that one. Splinter Faith is it's a feat where you can pick one domain that is outside of your deity's main actual like purview entirely. It's not even one of its alternate domains. You just have it. Because like, you would choose 4. Any that could be from any of your deity's domains, your deity's alternate domains, and up to one that isn't on any list but also isn't anesthetic to their deity. But you still work for dead gods? Kind of, yes. There are ways to go about it. But it is really, I really love it. Really, you can be like, yeah, I love Desna so much. She's got the moon. She's got like the traveling. She gave me these huge fucking muscles for the might. And you're like, wait, what? She did what? What's in there? Might? That's not supposed to be. Wait, what? You're swole. The virginal goddess. Did you pick a domain for sex because you're a goddamn star? I love that. I honestly don't miss feats and other prerequisites for prestige classes like the 3.5 D&D. It had its place, kind of. I'd say I liked it a lot in the Star Wars Saga edition, which was an offshoot, is a Star Wars offshoot of D&D 3.5. I loved that in there because it felt like good thematically and mechanically more than it did what's it called, D&D 3.5, in my opinion. Like, going from being a normal smuggler to being like a hut level like crime boss with your own, like, now you have goons and stuff you can order around to do stuff, you have your own crime empire and shit. It was more narrow and not spread across 1,000 splat books. Listen, you don't like power creep? I love power creep. It has the word creep in it. And power. Yeah, no, there's, like you said, there's a section about worshiping dead gods. Because, like, you can still technically worship Aerodon, even though that fucking loser is dead. And, like, you can work with, like, your GM and be like, hey. Some players might not be able to be, like, might not want to, like, try to find a new god for their character and keep worshiping their old one. Yeah, I love the Battle Harbinger. Star Wars D6 is some of my favorite cries. I mean, I bet, but I like Saga Edition because I like fucking obscene character customization. I'm a power creep, a power weirdo. What the hell am I doing here? Power gaming. Two of my favorite things. How could they go wrong? Nothing can ever go wrong. Power creep is only fine if I get punished for my sins. Have to fight a 2k HP behemoth with my newfound rocket launcher. Peek, peek, peek. Rather just play a Gestalt Terror to pick up 4 prestige classes. That's fair. That is fair. But again, we were at that art that I love. Iomade, hotted bitch, short hair mommy with all the god rock. I just love all the corpses lying around where it's like, yeah, no, they got so close, and you're like, what's even the gods, like the god, like the gods right in the fucking Starstone trial? Well, she touched the Starstone. That's how she became a god. One of 3, I believe. It was Kaden Kaelin, Norgorber, and then also Iomade. And this goes into a lot of lore stuff. Like, this is what it means to be like, here's like all this miracles, what it means to be like a champion, a cleric, and a priest. This section is amazing. From pages 15 to 16, and like just the priests, clerics, and champions, it describes the difference between like, yeah, I'm just regular priest, and like I've devoted my entire life to the point where I am the gods chosen to be like, hey, kill that man for me. Like, it's an entire like page and a half of just being like, hey, if you want to be a cleric or champion, you have to be like incredibly devout, unwavering in their faith, and stuff like that. Like, there's just so much amazing, awesome lore. And I want you to get this book. I'm not gonna go delve too deep into lore because this is a lore book, and I want you guys to be able to like actually go out and buy this book if you can, because it's totally worth it. I love it. There's so much good, awesome shit in here. Hey, follower, invert that guy's balls. But what is it? What's that fucking spell called? Torturous Trauma, that's the one. It's a cantrip, you can do it. Twist his balls. Let's look at this girl. I love. She's a capitalist wizard, such cleric. So I don't like her, but she's kind of cute. I always like seeing the different methods of prayer from books like these. Yeah, no, this book is entirely about that. So you're gonna fucking love this if you go and dig into it. I also love that they talk about animists here. They don't confer with apparitions in the exact same manner a witch does with their patron, but the dynamic is still similar. And unlike a witch, however, an animist is in contact with many apparitions throughout their life. And they just go over, like, here's what it means to be like a witch or an animist. Because, like, these aren't just clerics and champions that do domain stuff and divine stuff. There's a lot of stuff. There's the divine sorcerers, divine witches, the divine animists, of course, being divine. Sorcery casters are always acting tough to the wizard casts man to butt crack. That's why I want to play Wrath and Glory as a rogue trader at some point, so my seneschal can beat people up for me. That's fair. Cain and Kaelin achieve the god stone, but doesn't remember how because he was a stone-faced drunk and only does part of a bet, which is based. If I was, I like how there's multiple theories. It's not just set in stone about what made Caden do it. My favorite theory is always gonna be the one that where Cain and Kaelin ascended with the godstone, so we can go and make out with fucking what's her name, the Savored Sting. Like, it was like, listen, that elf Dami mommy's fucking hot. I want to fuck her. And then she was like, I'm immortal, cannot fuck me. And he was like, bet. And he said to the fucking god, and he showed up at her door, and he was like, what up, bitch? And she was like, fuck yeah, let's go. Callistra, thank you. You're one step closer to the merchant class. It will happen. Trust me, it will happen. I don't know about that. Not every religion needs to have centralized mantras. Like the god of travel just wants you to write a mark on a new land you visit or something. Or the god of harvest just wants you to put aside a small bushel of apples from under the tree. There's just so much cool shit. Because I love all of the fucking... Because there's so many... Like, so many ways of divine. They even go over oracles, which I mean, of course they would. There's new oracle mysteries in here. And by new, I mean there's one new one, two reprinted ones, but still. Like, what's an oracle is able to directly tap into divine font at the high cost, because that shit fucks. Don't do that. Because, like, I believe originally in Pathfinder First Edition, oracles worshipped, like, 98... Like, they didn't worship just one god. They worshipped, like, every single god of a specific type. So, like a fire oracle was like, cool. I worship, like, the good ones, the evil ones, the neutral ones, all the stuff like that. And, like, I accrue all of their edicts and anathemas, so I'm horribly fucked up, but also really cool at the same time. And I love that thematically. Exemplar mark, womb tattoo. I considered it. Not gonna lie. I catching Spot. I considered making a womb tattoo, but I didn't. Maybe another character. But like, just the fact that like the oracle was flavored as like you could totally just be like, hey, I worship everything, and I suck because of it. Exactly. It's Betty from the Mummy pulling out the necklace of like 38 divine symbols until he gets one that works. That's also how I play thaumaturges, though. Just an entire bundle of different shit. Be like, this one's not working. This is not working. This is not working. He's Buddhist. Also, we love Ayomide. I don't really like her as a person, but I think she's hot. And here's Rory's nerd-ass fucking nephew. Who doesn't know, there's a couple of people who've ascended to godhood through other means that weren't just being born a god and or, like, such as the Godstone. Gruhastha and Rory are two of them. Rory is my favorite god of all time when it comes to this stuff. He's super based. He became so perfect in both body and mind that he ascended to godhood. He was just so perfect in every way that he could not be immortal anymore. Like, he was like, yeah, no, cool. I'm a god forever now, I guess. He's just so perfect in, like, every way that he's like, man, godhood's awesome. Gruhastha, that guy looks like he's about to write the most engaging fic ever. That's the what? Guess what he fucking did to become a god? He wrote the most perfect book of all time. So perfect, in fact, that nobody could read it, and only he could, and he became a god because of it. And he fights with his fucking uncle all the time over shit. Because his uncle is like, man, this guy's a fucking nerd. And he's like, man, shut up, jock-ass uncle. But they love each other because they're still related and they still love each other, but they still butt heads over stuff sometimes. He literally did write the most engaging fanfic ever. So engaging, he ascended to godhood. And I love it the most. Look at Warman, kind of, actually. Yeah. Alan Wake-ass backstory, exactly. And it just goes over like, hey, here's all this stuff about beliefs and all this stuff about like what God's powers are, like because some gods are more powerful than other ones, or like some things like the infernal dukes of hell or the demon lords of the abyss / what they call it now, I don't remember since the remaster. But we love her. She's hot. Kazutal, we love more manga Kazutal. She's so real for this. But it just goes over like exactly like, hey, what it means to be a god, what god powers stuff, where the god powers come from. Is it through worship? Is it through themselves? Is it through some otherworldly being and some or power? He wrote fucking Homestuck and Ascended. Name of the god, this one. Warmonger Kazutal. I think. And this is talking about the section a little bit. How do you kill a deity? There's which other? There's been a lot. The book one? Oh, I gotta remember. Where is it? They wrote it down. I remember reading it. I can't remember off the top of it. I think it's Gruhasta? I'm not great, I bet. But like, there's the sections bit like, hey, what happens if you fucking kill God? Like the bitch ass Aridin, who nobody likes. Like, or, God, who did Rat Lady eat? Which god was that? Fuck. Okay, no, this is talking about like what happens when someone dies. When are you able to worship them? What leftover powers exist afterwards? Look at this loser Aridin. I hate this guy. Everyone hates him. It's unalive Abadar. In this book, they go over the fact that Abadar had a brother that Abadar killed and then absorbed, kind of. Like, because Abadar is like, yeah, I love cities and money. And then his brother was like, Wario, where he's like, greed, yes. And he was like, nah, we're not gonna do that. And he killed and absorbed him, which is also kind of why sometimes Abadar will turn a blind eye towards the less than nice capitalistic egomaniacs of his worship. And you're just like, oh god, Abadar, what the fuck? Because it was Abadar who built the vault with him, I believe, and then Abadar killed him and erased all memory of him from everybody. Because he was getting out of hand with it. Here's Nethys, by the way. I love Nethys. Vor? Not fucking... We'll get to the Vor god in a minute. Trust me, there's a goblin god of Vor. I mean, literally, yes, I do. Yeah, no, I'm leaving it on Nethys real quick. I think my food is here. I'll be right back. Oh shit, I'm muted, sorry. I was muted. I was mini rant time. I fucking hate when delivery people don't like just follow like really simple instructions. Like my DoorDash driver. And on my DoorDash, I always have it saying delivery instructions. Don't knock, just leave it by the door. You'll scare the birds. Guess what happened? Bah, 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 bah. Guess what I hear from outside? Because I have, what's it called? I have 14 chickens, a rooster, and a parrot. Guess who had to go and put the chickens back to bed? Because they were asleep and all cuddled up all nice like. Because they freaked out because they heard me like slamming all over my fucking door. Also, thank you so much, Veneros Lupo, for the raid. It got me mid-rant when I'm about to go talk about more deity stuff. Everybody go and give Veneros Lupo a follow. They're an adorable penguin pirate friend. You know, back onto the deity stuff. I love Nethys. Look at him. He's just chilling with his best life. And this is going over all of the like of the archive. Yes. Of Archives fame, that is Nethys, the god of knowledge and magic. Split directly down the middle. One creates, one destroys. He's pretty rad, I love him. Not my go-to deity, obviously, because, what is it called? Because one of his edicts is that you have to use magic to solve mundane things, and as a martial player, I don't use magic for anything, because magic is for nerds, and I'm not a nerd, I'm swole as fuck. Can't wait till this book is on sale. Yeah. This book is awesome. It's full of so much, it's like just non-stop lore for a lot of it. And then we'll go over here, if you aren't, like, this is going to be over all the core 20 deities of the Inner Sea region. These are what most people worship in general when they play Pathfinder. Your Magus, listen. Magus is like 20% spellcaster, 8% wizard, I mean 8% puncher. So, like, I can still say that I'm swole as fuck and that I don't like magic. Let's go on. Here's Abadar. He's the fucker. He's capitalism. We don't like cab. This is what he looks like, by the way. He looks way cooler than I ever thought he would be. I never really saw Art of Abadar himself. I thought he'd be a huge fucking nerd. No. He actually looks kind of fucking awesome. I hate it. He's too cool. He's looking too cool for some guy who's a fucking all about shmoney. Look at this guy, follower Abadar. Also, by the way, each one of these deities has a picture of what their followers look like. Look at this guy. This guy, do you think this guy made this through honest means? Think he made all those dollars? You think this guy made all the dollars normally? No, that guy definitely exploited some people. We have Mami Arazni. I'm not going to show all the art and all the gods because these are core 20 deities. But we love Arazni. I love the little stripe in her hair as a little resemblance of what happened, like all the trauma she's gone through. I love her follower, though. Her follower, fucking baller ass motherfucker. I love her. You know, Arazni had the biggest glow up. At least you can find a picture of older Arazni. Because she's gone through a lot of design changes over the time. Because she was just a normal lady originally. Like, she was just a normal lady. She was, what's his name? Because she was, God, why can't I remember his name? Fucking Shitty Aerodin. like that dumb bitch Aridin's more like Herald a while ago. And then he left her to die at the hands of Tar-Baphon. And then her corpse, her body, was then stolen by Geb, the immortal wizard Geb, the fucking loser asshole undead guy, and then brought back involuntarily as a Lich Queen to be his bride. Gross. And then she fucking eventually freed herself. Good for her. I'm trying to find a picture of Erasni when she was all fucked up. Oh god, I fucking hate Reddit. I hate how they do their image stuff, but like, here's what Erasni looks like back then. When she was like stolen to be like the Lich Queen, stuff like that. All fucked up. She was not living her best life. Geb the asshole. And then when we saw her next, a couple of years ago in a different book, she looked like this now. That's bad. That's bad image quality. But like she was more healed. Looking, she started getting her color back in her skin. We love her. And now, as she's ascended even further, I did like the pink hair, but I'm glad we still have a little stripe of it to show like this is like the resemblance of like here's what once was, and it's still part of me forever. And we have what Erasni looks like now. Now let me see. Erasni has some of my favorite, what's it called? Anathemas. The Unyielding is her title. Anathema. Create unwilling undead, because she was unwillingly turned into a Lich Queen. And then insult Erasni. It's Anathema to go and be mean to your goddess. Because Erasni doesn't like having followers, but she puts up with them. Why do you say you're streaming D&D instead of Pathfinder? 2 reasons. 1, nobody fucking looks at the Pathfinder Twitch channel thingy. No one looks up Pathfinder or anything like that. They look up tabletop or D&D. And then twofold, the second one. But the second one is, weirdly enough, VODs for the Pathfinder tabletop category get put under the VODs for a 1980s computer game called Pathfinder instead of their proper spot. I've brought it up to Twitch themselves, so has a lot of other people like Zoran the Bear, one of the biggest Pathfinder fucking streamer people ever, who does Rock Grind and the Rock Goons and stuff like that. Like Dare Decoration. We've brought it up to Twitch before. They haven't fucking fixed it yet. So even if I did have a VOD for it, it would appear under a category no one would ever be able to see. Because it's put in the wrong one, categorically, for some reason. It's annoying. Everybody, email Twitch and say that shit's dumb. You look at Pathfinder? Yeah, but you're not most people. You're a huge nerd. Only huge nerds look at Pathfinder. And huge nerds don't pay rent. If you're gonna follow me and my power, you better don't be mean to me. That's fair. That's fair. She's just now getting used to having people follow her. There already is a tabletop, I don't know, like a tabletop streaming category that's not D&D. It's just very small compared to D&D because most people know D&D as the colloquial term of tabletop gaming. How? That was almost max damage. You know, I love Erasni. She has gotten her new house. It talks about right here. Wait, no, I'm in the wrong one. It talks about right here. Yeah, right here. Shaylin gave her a house. Max Angie, that's fair. Like, Shaylin gave Erasni a part of her rose gardens, which then she turned into a giant ass, thorny ass maze and labyrinthine place to call her own. And she calls them the Fields of Resolve. This is where she hangs out pretty much by herself, solitarily, like just fucking hanging out with her flowers. Erasni, I don't remember the polycule. I've been saying Erasni and Octiculi need to be added to the prismatic ray / radiant prism for the longest time. Yeah, no, Shaylin's amazing. And then, as you probably guess, most people from who follow Erasni have been hurt in some way, shape, or form, in a bad way. Her concerns like that are the abused, unwilling on death, just dignity. Her edicts are do whatever it takes to survive and never forgive those who have hurt you. She has a very, very important role. And of course, you have Asmodeus and all the other gods. I'm going to scroll down through all these. I don't want to show off all of them, except for Cade and Kaelin. Not Cade. Who is it? Not Cade and Kaelin, right? Where's the Goblin? I remember seeing a Goblin. There he is. Yeah, follower of Cade and Kaelin, Skrunky Goblin. My God, Shaylin periodically comes over to new house decorations trying to improve the feng shui. That's fair. Whereas Nia and Nocti just start their own polycule. They need to intermingle. The polycules need to mash together, but I love fucking Goblin, fucking follower of Caden. Just going through all of these. Should I just use this up top? We're in the inner sea gods. Let's go to the other gods. There we go. Oh. A bit of straight up a needle. It's a goblin. What do you expect it to use? And yes, we are going over divine mysteries. This is over all the other gods. Like, there's a Chaychek, the guy who fucking cut Gorm in half. We love him. Fucked up mantis, big man, will kill you. They don't go over here. They don't talk about it here. His major curse is he will kill you. That is it. Like, most people's major curses are like, yeah, bad things will happen to you. I can't remember how to fucking say his name. This motherfucker just comes to a portal, kills you, drags your soul me to the boneyard where you cannot be resurrected ever again. He just fucking takes you. He doesn't fuck around. He's like, I'm not gonna fuck around with all this politicking and all this other divine bullshit. Fucking, they just steal you. You're just gone forever. There's a bunch of new gods, by the way. My favorite one, since I left, she is a goddess of darkness in a nice way. Because most darkness entities you see are like the evil darkness. Like, you ever play the Darkness, the game, the Darkness or Darkness 2? She's of like the night, mystery, hospitality, and community. She is a holy goddess. Here's the Hierophant. Her domains are protection and secrecy. Her favorite weapon is the shield boss. She is just a nice, protective lady. Sacred animal is the bat. Favorite colors are black and purple, based. She's also fucking gorgeous, by the way. Like, look at her. Do you already have an Imperial Order? That maybe. I don't know the Imperial Orders that well. Yes, she's the goddess of the night that lets you have a good night's sleep and lets you know that you're protected at night. I love her. She's one of my favorite new ones they've added. She's just so fucking peak and perfect. Like, what the fuck? Her design is her hair and like impeccable. Prettiest color. she's peak. I don't know. She's peak. Like, they made her fucking peak. I don't know, like, how. I don't know how you did it, but she's peak. They made Apsu look like a fucking goober. Apsu looks. I hate Apsu now. Like, I think that's the most goober coated dragon of all times. I hate his new design. Like, this guy's the ultimate all-powerful, like, dragon god, dude. Goober coated. I love her. We love her pirate queen lady. I have to stop on her. Her design is peak. Bahamut. We love Pirate Mommy. She is the best. She's so fucking peak. I just love her. She's just a pirate goddess. What's not to love? Camel's is a banger. Yeah, so Camel's Hot slaps. It's just Man Bat. He's from Aztec mythology, if I remember right. Like, Dahak still looks cool. Dahak, the evil dragon boy. Apsu's kid. If you scroll up, no, I'm not going to linger on these too much because I can't. One of my favorite ones, the Star Eater, the Devourer. It's just a black hole. This is one of my favorites, though. He's just a guy. Amaterasu, I can't linger on them for too long. I don't want to fucking break Paizo TOS. This man's just a dude. This is just some guy. Hey, I love him. He's about like heartache and like opposing the unjust. He just looks like a guy. Like, he has no like big like also new halfling god favorite weapon, the fucking frying pan. Automatically peak. God of comfy clothes, I love that. Stinky ass fucking loser ass hobgoblin deity. Grandma Spider, we love her. Moon Dude. Fucking nerdy ass bookman. Here's the one I'm trying to remember. Here's Kazutal, we love her. If I remember correctly, is she the one? She is. Kazutal is Mother Jaguar, also one of the Arcadian deities. She and Erasni are what historians would call a really good friend. She hangs out with Erasni. They're both of Arcadian like origin. She feels really bad that Erasni was abandoned by everybody. They're really good friends. They're roommates, some could say. Anathema own a slave? Yeah, no, exactly. She's safety, liberty, community. She is like the you will defend your people type deal. Which is why she's so pissed off that Erasni had so much fuck shit happen to her. Without her knowing, without anybody like doing anything about it. I love her. Her design, peak. Yeah, Erin was a fucking loser ass nerd bitch. I love her. I ship her and Erasni, even though I know definitely they're not like into each other. They're just really good friends, trademark, but I think it would be cute if they were like in a romance. But I know that Erasni's probably not ready to go and like make those types of bonds yet, and I respect it completely. But that was the main one I wanted to focus. I wanted to find. Here's that gnome bitch of luck in like trickery and like rolling the dice. I love her. I don't like she's a gnome. I don't like gnomes. Platonic shipping. Yeah, it's definitely platonic. Also, here's Nocticula. They don't go super in depth on Nocticula. Did you already look at Apsu? I did. I will show you what he fucking looks like. I hate his design. I'll go back for just you. Look at him! Oh, look at him! Look at him. Fucking goober! In my Conti energy, some of these guys have no, for real. Ow! I know, Apsus, I hate his look. I hate it. Back down, not down. Razmir. Razmir. He's not a god, by the way. He's still not a god. You just can't take him as a cleric until you take the Razmirian priest archetype that says right here. He's still the fraudster. You'll never know what he looks like. He's an old ass wizard loser. I love his design. It's fucking peak. He's got huge fucking feet. Look at his shoes. Look at his shoe size. Sora ass feet. This man got clown shoes on. So as like Hercules saying, if you get a Pathfinder character, kind of. This guy pretends to be a god. He has like a 31-step plan, which is how you know it's immediately a grift and a scam. And he's pretty much a grifter who became the leader of a country. Hercule is too cool and too much of an actual good guy and a cool guy. Hercule would be like a Rory. He's just a dick. This one's cool. This is another new one. They're a sword. And they're a new favorite weapon, greatsword. Yeah, it's kind of a new Gorham. This one's just like, hey, you like weapons? You want to be a fighter? You fighter code? And you're like, yeah. And you have this fucking edgy boy. I love this design the most. Like, I think this is the most peak depiction of like any type of like Grim Reaper-esque type of character. Surprisingly, their favorite weapon is not a scythe. It's a pick. Not a great pick, not a light pick, it's a pickaxe. I figured it would be a scythe because it's obviously, but no, it's a pick. And then there's all the avatars of other gods we showed off today. Fake Urgatho, no! Urgatho is all about undead and disease. This guy's all about accidental death and look like a fucking chump. I guess you could say yes. You could accidentally fucking kill yourself with a pig in Minecraft. I've had a character dedicated just hunting down his followers. As goal is very important. Traps are accidents. That's fair. There were accidents. If a kobold steps in their own trap, it's an accident. Faker, I think you're the fake hedgehog around here. I love they have the old, like the newer archons in the here, like the wheelie face and the shieldy boy. God, the art in this game, this fucking book is so fucking peak. And then they go over all the new, like, what are they called? Like pantheons and covenants and stuff that exist. There's, of course, the Apocalypse Riders. You're all familiar with these guys. Cerzuriel is the most peak. She's kind of fucking hot. She's on the cover of War of Immortals. And you have all the Archdevils and all these people, like the Aslanti gods. They go over all these different types of groups of people. Let me scroll. Why don't you scroll? I hate my mouse. They don't really go super in depth into like the actual stats of them, just like the lore. So I'm not going to go deep into these. They talk about like they have the stats of the pantheons themselves. But here's what I'm here for: the Goblin gods. I love these motherfuckers. The Goblin gods have changed a lot in the remaster. I love them. I'm going to read the little excerpt from the beginning of it. My lady, the goblins you asked me to do research on proved to be exceptionally messy and profoundly lacking in reverence, but are nonetheless fascinating. Based immediately. Ever-changing and chaotic, it's not common for the societies to develop a whole religion or faith they can be trusted instead of being terrified of. It's due to that very fear of those above them that we don't see many goblin gods. Those who do manage to maneuver into that position and decide to remain there are quite exceptional. Yeah, the old gods are still there, but there's a lot of new ones. You see, in my many numerous chats with goblins and goblinoid spirits, I found out that most of them don't actually want to be remembered by the time they die. Getting the attention of goblin creator gods usually ends in catastrophic deaths. These goblin creator gods, despite the name, are actually Barkist servants of Lamashtu. Weird legends, mortal goblins sprung up from the blood that spilled from these Bargas victims. I have to confirm this, as there are still parts of the library inaccessible to me despite numerous requests. I love they don't want to confirm or deny that rumor of their existence. Now I want to do a campaign that goes from Weeby Goblins to War of Immortals to have PCs ascend to new hero gods that's based. Where they go over all of this, and then they talk about the power of belief. That's why I love this. As my research continued, I encountered a situation most conflicting. The goblins I observed and spoke with seemed to take a liking to me. I did my best to remain impartial in my research, but my continued research seemed to endear me to them in some degree, and some of the goblins began to offer me gifts and even sing songs about me. While I was initially caught by surprise in the situation, I must confess, as required per regulations, that I found myself indulging their intentions. I am not proud to admit it, my lady, but I allowed myself to be taken in by their praises. Fucking goblins rule! Nobody can resist our goblin charm. Fortunately, my senses and realized that this could severely set back my project and bring my ethical standing into question. However, I did discover something of merit in the process. As I allowed myself to play along and even lean into their growing adoration, I could actually feel a change within me. It's difficult to describe, but it felt like my core being grew lighter somehow. Could this be the same thing as a nation hero god feels? Was this the first step to ascendancy towards divinity? It could be that other gods experienced this to a magnified degree when they ascended. These aren't questions I can answer definitively, for as soon as I became aware of the change, I knew I had made a mistake. I asked the goblins to stop lest they draw the eyes of the Bargus gods on me. Goblins! And like, cause like they talk about here, the power of belief. Goblins believing in you really hard, kind of like like what they called Kuatoa, kind of can maybe make you into a god. Something really interesting to think about. Dog, yes, these are dogs. These are the bar guests. The 4 bar guest gods. There's Hadragash, Venkelvor, Sarangel, and Zogmugot. Venkelvor is the one I want to talk about the most, because I fucking hate them. Venkelvor is considered the most beautiful of gods to goblins. Many goblins depict her as a fellow goblin rather than her true form, a bargus with pale blue fur and a trio of tails. Venkelvor has an eternal hunger that is only satiated by consuming her enemies. She prefers to eat her meals while still alive, as she not only feeds on the meat but also prays suffering, which she considers a fantastic side dish. This is the Vor god. She eats her food alive. It literally has Vor in the name. She's the Vor lady. Thank you so much for the raid. We just got on talking about the Goblin Vor god. You came in at just the right time. Her name is literally Venkelvor. What the fuck? Thank you again for the raid. For anyone who's new here, I am Phoebe Bain, Goblin Magazine to Work Extraordinaire, and today we are talking about Pathfinder's new book, Divine Mysteries, all about the new gods and just a bunch of deities and stuff like that. Much cool player options as well, based around divine things. Here I the worst time. I'm sorry, Sino. But I'm talking about the new Goblin gods, because of course, why wouldn't I? One of them this is an older one. This is one of the 4 original Goblin hero gods. Venkelvor has Vor in the name, eats people alive. I hate her. I'm trying to find her stat block real quick. Damn, her stat block. Oh yeah, I forgot the stat block is all the way at the bottom. Give me a second. Goblin, 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 goblin. B, C, D, E, F, G. Venkelvor. Her name. I have heard I'd had offices nearly half midnight, but I want to spread the love. Thank you so much. Thanks for stopping by again. Thank you so much for the raid. Venkelvor. Stat block. Her title is the most glorious Neverfull. Ew. What is her like areas of concern, you might ask? Beauty, gluttony, and sadism. What are her edicts? Gain beauty through pain and effort. Keep a meal within arm's length and torment those you eat. What is her anathemas or anathemas? Reject a gift of food, neglect your appearance, or starve yourself. Domains are indulgence, pain, passion, and zeal. Where are you? Which one is it? And you'd never guess what her favorite weapon is. A knife. Eating. I hate her. I hate her the most. But we're going to go back up and try to find my favorite of the new gods. Of Goblin gods, at least. There is a Goblin Gods. There we go. Vegans versus Nightmare? No, for real. Look at this bitch. Techie strong gut. This bitch got swag. I love her. Kong is hilarious. Like, all the new Goblin Gods are hilarious. Kong, as you can probably guess by his name or his title, the Smash Crash, is very loud. Loves pranks, loves making giant big noises and singing. Followers of Kong are often frowned upon by their ancestors because you can probably guess why. Lurlup is a different eating goblin. He also really likes food. Is it this? Which one is the one I'm trying to remember? Yeah, Zugero is my favorite one of all time. Zugero encompasses both ends of the spectrum of battle. When she was immortal, she was revered as a fantastic general. Another goblin had been said to emerge victorious so many raids. Zugero considered there to be no need to enter a battle if there was no guaranteed victory. She planned out ambush points, having others create traps, or use the environment to their favor. She kept her brilliant tactical mind sharp with constant rest. It's not common for soldiers to find her napping or drinking mid-engagement, nestled away safely behind the back lines. According to tales, it was her most powerful nap ever that eventually elevated her to become the Dream Battler. She now appears as a goblin with pale green skin, clad in slapdash armor made of scraps, carrying a number of armaments and trap devices around her belt. No, not ads! I'm waiting for ads to go away for a second. Hopefully, it shouldn't take longer than like a minute or two. Sorry, guys, tonight. I didn't really do much today. I did what I normally just drank a bunch of energy drinks and fucking worked my ass off while we were short staffed. And I've been reading this book a lot because I love the new cleric subclass of the what's it called, class archetype, the Battle Harbinger. Yes, I know it's a Harbinger, but I'm going to say Harbinger anyways because I think it's funny. Are ads over yet? And okay. Zakara was literally about napping. She's one of my favorite things ever. The investigator is weird. The investigator, the Palatine detective investigator is weird. I'll get to it when we get there. We're almost done with the deity stuff. I just want to talk about these real quick because I love them. Zukero, she is a goblin god of napping and sleeping and working really hard today to go and sleep tomorrow. One of her edicts is like just taking a nap and stuff like that. Her anathemas are like overworking yourself or like working hard without like a plan or anything like that. She's just like, hey, take a chill. Just like exist as a chill person, just hang out. You hurt my eyes with Apsu. I feel offended. What the fuck, Paizo? I have no idea what they did with Apsu, dude. It's evil. Yeah, no, I love Zugero. Her favorite weapon are the bolas. And like one of her domains is indulgence, and I just love her. She's just the goblin nap god of napping and fighting smart and not hard. Use your brain, not just your brawn. Think with your head, not with your stomach. And just stay alive, damn it. I love her. Well-rested mind, just nap a lot. The Infernal Dukes, I don't care about those guys. The Orc Gods, I love the Orc Gods. Maja Firehair. fucking killed the old orc god, I believe, of fire, question mark? I remember exactly which one it was. I'm trying to remember, I'm trying to rack my brain. She's a hot orc lady. Kill the old evil shitty orc god guy. Where's his fucking face? Like that mask symbol, holy symbol thingy broken on her fucking hip. Be like, yeah, I did it. Also, Urich, Uirch, is another big orc god. He and Torag are best bros and hang out. To the point where the God Claw, Torag stepped down so Urich could go and take his place. I do not like how Torag is like tied to Urich. Since like, yeah, no. But I do like that he takes his place. Yeah, but who cares about the Hell Knights? Those guys fucking suck. I hate the Hell Knights. All my homies hate the Hell Knights. I know. Make it better. We insult them by calling them Heck Knights. I'm stealing that. There will be law. Nah, man, law sucks. Phoebe, by the way, is chaotic good for anyone who didn't know. Yeah, no, it's like Hell Knights or Firebrands. A Firebrand. 100%. Yeah, of course, why wouldn't you be chaotic good? Laws are just... Yeah, what was that fucking Brian Lee Mulligan quote from fucking Fantasy High? Love that shit. I love Maja Firehair. Also, Varg is big. Varg is my favorite art in this book, one of them at least. He's considered the first orc to learn how to forge blades. He's just fucking thick. He's extremely smart and extremely fucking thick. A chonky boy. And there's all the great old ones and stuff like that. Like, hey, look at Taster. It looks like he's made of bacon. Equip-off Lords. I wish they picked a cooler one, because this guy is just another Mantis. Was that canon? He was just casually holding? Yes. He is like a god of like using technology in battle, and exclusively battle. It's heretical to use technology for anything other than battle if you worship it and stuff, usually. Out of all of the fucking cool Quip-off Lords, you picked the one that looks like a Mantis, but he looks like a less cool Jakek. Makes you mad. Is he also the guy with the Gatling gun as his favorite weapon? I believe so. Let me pull it up again. Orc. Yes. Wait, no, he wasn't. I want my gods not to be counted by a fly swatter. No, for real. Like, why is the like? How are you guys with like fucked up horror creatures? Because a lot of the fucking quip-offs are fucking strange. This is a quip-off. This is one of them. It's just a basic quip-off. You can just find this. Here's another one. This is a fuck-up quip-off. These guys are weird. They picked the fucking ant? Like, why out of all these quip-offs did you pick the lamest one to show the art of? Like, this lamprey bee, like a weird fucking beholder lamprey creature. Like, why is that? Like, I'm mad. They picked that for the art. I'm not actually mad, but like, I'm still like, meh. They have an entire section of pantheons and covenants I didn't cover. But I love them all. I don't want to go over everything that's the deities in this game. I want to talk about here. Atheists and free agents. Edict's none, Anatheba's none. Like Phoebe, as Goblin, I'm attracted to anything I can ride as a horse. Ayo. They just go over like how it feels to be like an atheist in a world of like what happens if everything is a god. Like there's a lot of gods everywhere. Atheism in Pathfinder worlds like Galarian are different than our version of atheism. Our version of atheism is just like there is no god, fuck it. But like atheism in Pathfinder is more like I don't respect or have any particular interest towards any of the gods or divine in general. So what's the point of worshiping anything? You know, this entire mashup of fucking Sela, I love her. Wouldn't it be agnostic or atheism, believing gods do not exist? But I guess it sounds less than well known. Yeah. Yeah, like Galarian atheism is like, they exist. I just don't think they're worthy of my attention, my time. Why'd I give them power? They don't give me shit. Also, casual, which is the famed Vor goblin god, Venkelvor, one of the original, what's called the 4 Barghest hero gods. They have so much Vor shit. Wizard everywhere too. Why wouldn't the god just turn out to be a powerful wizard? Exactly. That's Razmir. Razmir is literally just a powerful wizard who disguises himself as a god. You know, casually, you just have the 2 iconics, the Animus iconic on the left, the Exemplar iconic on the right, and then in the very back, what is this? Who do we have over here? Kira and Murziel just chilling, being cute lesbians together, as one does. I love that they just snuck these 2 in the bag. The girls, the wives. The power of gay compels you. Let me see if I can find the gay beam art. There we go. I just go to fucking Reddit because the Reddit fucking image stuff sucks. I love this so much. The power of K compels you. I love the fucking Sailor Moon ass, magical girl ass pose that Merciel's doing while holding her hand. It's just really cute. I love it. It's so funny. Yeah, back on the thing. Here we're going to go over to the actual, like player options of this book. Bunch of new spells, bunch of cool acid shit. And we have a couple that are important. Benediction, 2 action ability. It's an emanation. It works similar to Bless, but instead of a bonus to your attack rolls, it's a bonus to AC. Starts with a 15-foot emanation, expands by 10 feet, exactly like Bless does. And we also have Malediction over here. It's the exact same thing, but for what's it called? For a Bane, where it gives you a -1. It gives enemies a -1 to their AC if they fail a will saving throw. So 10-foot animation, expands 10 feet. It works the exact same way as Bane, except for it's AC instead of to X. These are very important for our cleric class archetype, the Battle Harbinger, that we're going to talk about in a bit. It has a status penalty instead of a circus penalty, so it stacks with like raising a shield and stuff like that and cover. There's a bunch of other cool spells. And a couple of these are reprints, obviously, that weren't like Slow Skin and Shattering Gem. These are older spells that got reprinted because they didn't have anywhere else to be reprinted in yet. But there's a couple of new ones that are really fun. Whereas I love Whirling Scarf, still one of my favorite spells of all time. I love that they use this fucking art for it. And of course, this is a reprint of the same art they used beforehand. But it's it's just a Shaylin cleric, just fucking spewing all these fucking scarves everywhere. I love it. It's one of my favorite spells. It's an oldie but a goodie. And now we're on to domains. There's a good bit of new domains in here as well, by the way. I love a lot of the domains, especially if you've known me for a while as a person. Where is it? Sorry, give me a second. Just trying to there it is. This one is, I believe, a classic one. Abomination. I still love it. It's all fucky. These are all getting reprinted. A lot of them, at least. There's some that are new. Like, where is it? Disorientation is a new one. This one's really fun. And of course, where is it? Nothingness, there it is. Nothingness is a fucking mean. Nothingness is my favorite one by far. Introspection. Introspection is an older one. I believe you still find an Archives of Nethys. I think it's from, God, which adventure path is it? I think it was from Bloodlords, question mark. Hey, Siona, don't be mean to me. Domain of Nihilism? Yes. Yes, I am serious. But Nothingness is hilarious. Nothingness, I was looking for this one, Nothingness, and I believe, did we have Naga? We did have Naga, damn it. I'm trying to remember, because I love... Because we have a dragon one now, and then we have Disorientation, Dragon, and Nothingness are the ones I remember being new. But Nothingness is my favorite. Because it's mean. First focus will I give you. Hey, Siona, what's up? Empty inside. You attempt to counteract. It's a one action spell. You attempt to counteract any one emotion effect going against you. Or up to any number of them when it scales. It's just called fucking empty inside. You're just like, this doesn't matter. I just fucking, you weaponize the emo, exactly. I love that. It's so goofy. And then you have this fucked up spell. Door to Beyond is fucking evil. Okay. Striking at thin air, you create hairline cracks in an unoccupied space that leads somewhere outside reality. Air rushes through the cracks, drawing larger, smaller creatures and objects of light bulk or less towards the center. Larger, smaller creatures in the area must attempt a fortitude save at the start of their turn. Creatures that move into the area must attempt a save upon entering it. The cracks of the door to Beyond are too thin for anything to force it, like fully slip through, but decompressive effects deal 46 slashing damage to any creature or object that ends its turn adjacent to the door. You are unaffected. It's similar to Whitebeard, yes, but it explosively decompresses you due to the fucking pressure release of you fucking opening a door to the empty vastness of nothing. I'm pretty sure we already had Glyph in Gods and Magic, so I don't think it's replacement for Rune. Not only is it good, it's a good effect. Like success, they're unaffected. Failure, they get pulled 10 feet. Critical failure, they get pulled 20 feet. It's great for crowd control, but also the image of it is horribly fucked. You ever see that crab getting sucked to that fucking pipe? It's like a mini black hole. It's fucked up. You should open up a fucking hole to space. Kind of like when you make, like in Portal 2, the final boss fight where you fucking send Wheatley into the moon. You just do that to someone. It is fucked up, and I love it. Dragon one is neat. I'm going to the dragon one real quick. Just because the dragon one is really pretty. I love her in particular. She's really cute. And the focus spell is Draconic Barrage. Pretty much you just create and shape little small dragons out of energy. And then all of your strikes deal additional damage with your chosen type because of the dragons you create out of it. But you could just go and send all of your little dragons and just shoot at a man to do damage to them. And then roar with the dragon and you just go, ah! And give you a bonus to your diplomacy checks. And also frighten a man. Like, it's scary, but also gives a bonus to diplomacy checks against dragons, excuse me. Or GM's discretion, dragon-like people, like people who revere dragons, or like dragon sorcerers, or dragon barbarians, etc. I just love them. Also, yeah, there's a new Swarm one. Swarm is my... Wait, no, Swarm's not new, is it? I think it was also in Gods and Magic. Damn it. I was gonna make a fucking Spider-Man joke. Also, what the... Ugh, gross. We've arrived at my favorite. So I have Dragon Roaring as diplomacy. Those who like dragons makes so much sense now. Exactly. Yeah, the art of the fucking Battle Harbinger is sick. I know it's Harbinger. I'm not going to say it, though, because Harbinger is more fun to say. Metal Harbinger is really cool. It's one of my favorites. A lot of people on Reddit hate it because it's not like super turbo, optimal, supreme, ultra, extra, amazingly, amazing, awesome, good. They also think it's like, man, why do I want to play a cleric that hits things? It's like, because it barely play. It's not really a cleric. Because Battle Harbinger turns the cleric into a martial first, like wappy martial first, support secondary, and people are like, I wanna. Why? It lost its heals. Oh, disgusting. There's nothing going for it other than full martial progression. The ability to go and make Bless, Bane, Benediction, and Malediction all go up to a bonus of +4 if you keep critting stuff, which means it snowballs exponentially. Like, come on. It's just a good fucking... It's a good fucking thing. I love the Harbinger more than the Heal Cleric. Exactly. Like, people are just like, ugh, what could this do that a War Priest can't? I don't know, hit things? Like, this thing gets full martial, like, what's it called? Martial weapon progression. Like, all the way up to, like level 13, you get Master. Ooh. Whereas, at level 19, a War Priest gets Master in their attacks. That's 6 levels of difference. You also get a whole lot of awesome buffs. A lot of action compression. A lot of cool stuff. Doesn't get no healing. It has the spellcasting progression of a Magus. And its Divine Font gives it Bless and Bane instead of heal or harm. It's about hitting things, being upfront in like actually killing shit with your Wappy Hammer. Instead of just spamming the heal spell on your turn, which I did as a cleric, and it was really boring. But I needed to do it because my friends needed to live. I had fun. But it's because I played her as like a grapple war priest that just spammed heal in between grapples. But yeah, no. And, oh, it doesn't show the spell table, does it? Oh, there it is. It's a Magus progression. If you've seen a Magus, they do this. Proactive healing. Yes, they kill enemies before they can hurt your friends. Or 6 times a Magus. 9th level is their max, and they only get 2 of each of their highest level slots. There it is. Your doctrine adjustments are this instead. At 1st level, you are trained in light and medium armor, and you have expert proficiency and fortitude saves, and you are trained in martial weapons. And on top of that, if your D's for weapon is a simple weapon or an armed attack, you get the Deadly Simplicity Cleric feat. And at 13th level, when you gain Divine Defense class feat, you also get it in medium and light armor, so just Cloth Boy. 5th level, expert proficiency in weapons. D's for weapon, martial weapons, simple weapons, and armor attacks. You also get crit spec, and the proficiency of your class DC increases to expert. It is a Divine Magus. That's literally what it is. 9th level, you get Reactive Strike for free. 11th level, your spell attack and spell DCs go up to expert, and that's where it stops. You don't go to master. Defender coded Divine Magus? No. Offensive coded Divine Magus. 13th level, Master Proficiency or D's for weapon. Fortitude goes up to Master as well. And we get normal save on a Fortitude save, we get crit success instead. 15th level, Class DC increases to Master. Both saves increase to Master. Your focus is not to be a caster. Your spells... That's not defensive. You want to move away from me, I'm going to fucking punch you in the back of the head. 19th level, your pursuit rank in light medium armor go up to Master, and your class C increases to Legendary. They get Legendary class, you see. I love that. They also have access to a couple of awesome feats, like Vicious Swing, which is the new not reactive strike, the new, what's it fucking called? Power Attack. I haven't played Remaster in a while. Hey, you focus on buffing yourself and your homies. Anything you don't like about it? The 20th level feat is lame. I will agree, the 20th level feat about it is lame. Everything else I love the most, but 20th level feat fucking sucks. It's mechanically okay, it just thematically is boring. We also have access to Vicious Swing, which is the new power attack, Intimidating Strike, and also Bespell Strikes, which is also great. I love Bespell Strikes. And a level 2, because you're forced to pick the dedication, you get, what's it called? You become trained in athletics or acrobatics for free. If you're already trained in both skills, you instead become trained in another skill of your choice. You then also get the toughness general feat for free. And if you already got it, you get another general feat for free. It just gives you a couple extra trainings. Nothing too big. Level 4. Or enhancement. Add benediction and malediction to your spells you compare with your additional spell slots from your divine font. Because again, your divine font can only prepare bless or bane. But this adds benediction and malediction, which is just bless and bane for defense instead of attacks. But you really want Tandem Onslaught. Tandem Onslaught. The first time each round that you successfully hit and deal damage to an enemy creature with a strike using a weapon or arm attack, you automatically sustain a single battle aura that you currently have active, applying any additional effects that come from sustaining the spell. Ads again? Damn it! Alright, well, ads are here. I'm not going to go over the mechanical stuff. I'm going to go over the thematic stuff. There's an entire section here that I really love and I want to talk about called Champions and Harbingers. That, I called it out. Like, I called it out this thing being a thing beforehand, but it specifically says, hey, champions and harbingers often work together in combat, serving as a front line for, like, a group. Together, they're able to maximize efficiency of their allies while mitigating the threats their enemies pose. Where the champions are the shield and the battle harbingers are the sword. Many outsiders call these things the bladed bulwark. That you talk about here, unlike a champion, a harbinger doesn't need to uphold any further tenets, and it is not uncommon for champions in training to eventually realize that they aren't fit to live a life of adhering to those tenets, and in some cases they will go and instead go to become a battle harbinger instead. The physical rigors of a champion's training dovetails well with the battle creed. Many bladed bulwarks, which is what they call a champion and a battle harbinger on a team, are born from these developments, as a harbinger will maintain a working relationship with their former champion trainees. I called that when I decided to make my fucking divine Yuri for Pathfinder. When I was like imagining a battle harbinger who was originally going to be a champion with her childhood best friend, but like they grew apart after. Yeah, bless on yourself? Yes. That's your aura. And Tandem Onslaught lets you, when you hit somebody, once, like the first time you hit a man on your turn, you can automatically sustain your bless and or bane and or malediction and or malediction. A few things on the Yuri plots for a minute. Listen, it's hot, okay? If it's not toxic, I don't want it. Also, Shanwolf, Exigent Aura, 6 level feat. Your, what's it called? Your battle auras can affect mindless creatures. They get a bonus to save to resist the battle aura effects, but still will save, and undead usually have really shitty will saves. So now you can use Bane and Malediction on like zombies and other shit. And then, of course, 6th level, there's also a feat for getting heavy armor if you want that, without taking the champion dedication. But imagine a champion dedication on a battle harbinger with the stuff we just talked about. You can't do it for a hot minute because you need to take all the dedication feats for this thing. You need this thing, and you need 2 more. So, of course, you have to do it at the 8th level, but you can still get it. But this just gives you training heavy armor, and you also scale with normally. And you have Creed magic. This one just gives you the, what's it called? The type, you know how Magus gets certain spells of a certain level that are lower level just for free? This gives you that. You get 2 special second rank Creed spell slots, which you use to repair resist energy, see the unseen, sure strike, and water breathing as divine spells. Sure strike as a divine spell. Sure strike as a divine spell for free, twice per day. Sure strike as a divine spell twice for free.
But Phoebe, the Battle Harbinger's a war priest that can't do anything.
Shut up. It gets better. Tenth level, extra spell slots increase to 3rd rank, and you add haste and heroism to the spells. Haste and heroism and sure strike for free.
But Phoebe,
Shut up. At 14th level, 4th rank, and you got fly and unfettered movement to your spells for free. People on Reddit make me angry. And then at 8th level, there's Harbinger's Armament. Harbinger's Armament is pretty much the same thing as the Blade ally from the champion. Select one weapon or hand up some mighty blows when you make your daily preparations. When in your hands against the effect of one property rune, choose either Fearsome, Ghost Touch, Returning, Shifting, or Vitalizing. Plus 4 AC, double speed, extra free attack. Oh no. But what we're really here for is the 12th level feat. Empowered Onslaught. Once per round as a reaction, of which clerics usually have like no reaction except for reactive strike at this point. When your body and mind are perfectly in sync and pushed to the limit, it can produce even greater results. You channel your combat focus of the power of your battle auras, choose one active battle aura you have, that battle aura status bonus or penalty increases by 1 to a maximum of 4. This value remains for the rest of the aura's duration. When I said the Bless and Bane can snowball, I meant it. Because it's when you crit on an attack. So you put Bless on yourself. Hit a man. Whoops, I crit. It's even stronger now. My Bless is even better. It's a 2 now, which helps me. What's that? Crit again. Ooh, quite crit again. That's a +3, which snowballs harder because it makes it even easier for me to crit now, which I crit again. Oh, wow. Thank you so much for the double raid, Lucian Ashbourne and Ellen Dari. Thank you so much. For anybody who's new here, I am Phoebe Bane, Goblin Mecha's YouTuber extraordinaire. I normally talk about tabletop games like Pathfinder, Lancer, and Fabula Ultima. Today we're going over the brand new Pathfinder 2nd Edition book, Lost Omens, Divine Mysteries. Going over the brand new cleric class archetype, the Battle Harbinger. This is the fullest plate. This man's fucking chonked out to shit. A Callistrian Battle Harbinger will fucking kill you. Don't spray me. And I give the follow Lucian Ashbourne as well. Yeah, no, I'm mad. You guys came in as I was explaining a cool class that I get mad at Redditors for being mad at. Thank you for finally swinging by. Been meaning it for ages. Thank you again for stopping by. Focus on the small mob for crits. Exactly. This class archetype can snowball. Literally. Also, wait for it. Another 12th level feat, excuse me. Tandem auras. When you sustain a battle aura, you can also sustain a different battle aura you have active. It doesn't specify when you sustain it. So, when you use Tandem Onslaught, you can sustain 2 at once. So you can get both your Bane and or Bless, or your Bless and Benediction to scale up your AC and your attack rolls. And then when you crit somebody, you can increase one of the 2 if you want. There's a battle aura. The battle aura for the Battle Harbinger Cleric is just the Bane, Bless, Benediction, and Malediction spells. They take up your spell slots that you normally get from your free heals or harms with those instead. But yeah, no, I don't, like, people are like, I can just be a war priest and do the same thing. No, you cannot. Show me, point at the war priest where I can get a +4 to its bless, while also giving up increased AC to all your friends in a giant 60-foot emanation that also sustains while attacking at full martial attack proficiency, of which the fucking war priest cleric is 6 levels behind on. Guys, a raid and run. It's getting late for us. Have an absolutely wonderful stream. Thank you so much for raiding again. Thank you for stopping by. Dream of goblins tonight. Our piece is for clerics who want to bonk a bit while healing. Harbinger for clerics who want to bonk a whole lot more and buff. Harbinger focused on healing like before, just kind of made it contest with War Priest instead of being unique. Like, War Priest is definitely like, I like my spells, but also, I still want to do, like, some punchies, and Harbinger's like, I'm gonna kill you. And that's it. I see you probably. I was very late in my answer to the EP. Good night. Dream of goblins tonight, specifically me. The thing is, there is no reason why you couldn't just add heal to one of your slots for the day. Except you still have 4 spell slots. You get Sure Strike for free, you get Fly for free, you get Resist Energy for free, you get Haste for free. You can use one of your 4 spell slots to put fucking heal that like scales automatically. It automatically heightens anyways. Your spell slots still automatically heighten. Just put a heal or 2 in there. Like, the Battle Harbinger Cleric is not meant to be a full, like, healer type of thing. It's meant to be a martial frontliner that has some spellcasting here or there, kind of like a Magus. But it focuses on more buffs instead of just straight up damage like a Magus does. Like, this is not meant to be like my full healer for my party. No, this is meant to be a supplementary, supportive, also just kill you guy. In a similar vein to, like, let's say, Thaumaturge almost. I'm gonna kill you. Sure, I can heal, but that's not my job. I'm gonna kill you instead. You can make this a dope frontline tank, make it a dope frontline just melee whapper, because remember, Bless is an aura that affects you and your friends. Get heavy armor, 6 level feet lets you get heavy armor, yes. Harbinger's protection. But, like, you can kill a man with this. That's what it's made for. It's made for killing. Also, on top of all the other stuff we just talked about, guess what they also get? Or expertise, 60 level feet, free action, your turn begins, you immediately gain the effects of sustain action for one of your auras. So not only can you sustain when you hit a person on your turn, you also just do it by default when you start your turn. Just fuck it, sustain it. Your auras are going to be huge, spanning the entire map. The amount of times you just fucking auto-sustain. Remember, when you sustain something, you sustain them twice when you get tandem auras as well. So you can automatically sustain 2 of your 4 auras that you have potentially out. And then hit a man, sustain the other 2, or sustain the same 2 again, or any of the combination of the 4. Your auras are going to be huge. Your defensive and offensive, like, your supportive and offensive auras are going to be fucking gigantic, affecting everybody on the map. Man, this is not as good as the War Priest. Are there any other auras besides Blessbane? Yes, there are 2 more. They added this book, Benediction and Malediction. They affect AC instead of attack rolls. So instead of getting a plus to your attack roll, it's a plus to your AC, and then enemies will make a will save to go to minus to their AC. Which are also able to be put inside of your battle aura thingy via a 4th level feat or enhancement. This fucking class archetype fucks. I don't care what anybody says. This shit fucks. I love it. I think Greater Armament is another 6th level feat. It works the exact same way as the Blade Ally Champion thing did too. You just get cooler property runes every single morning you could add to your weapon that you use. Brilliant, Corrosive, Flaming, Frost, Holy Shock, Thundering, and Unholy. In 20th level, this is the only one I hate. 20th level feat is the only one I don't like, which just sucks because it's the 20th level feat, but what are you going to do? Once per 10 minutes, you can cast a battle aura as a single action instead of 2 actions. Yippee! Yippee! Hooray! Why do I care? This is the only thing I think sucks. And literally, the entire classic harp slaps so hard, and then 20th level, and I'm like, this is underwhelming as hell. This is my capstone? No, yeah, we still have my favorite capstone of all time. Let me try and find it real quick. Because they just added Player Core 2 to, what is it called? Archives recently. Wait, why did I care about Player Core 2? It's a Cleric one. That's from Player Core 1. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? One of my favorite feats. It never came up. It never came up, but I love it the most. Avatar's Protection. Reaction. Trigger. You were critically hit by an enemy, and you have the Avatar spell prepared. You can't do this for the Battle Harbinger because it only has up to 9th level spells instead of 10th level spells, but like I wish I could do it, but I love it. In moments of danger, you can call upon your gods for an instant. You cast Avatar form from your spell slots. The triggering critical hit is reduced to a normal hit, and the damage is applied after getting the Avatar's temporary HP. This can't be taken on the This cannot be taken on the Battle Harbinger, but it's really fucking funny. Just imagine you go to hit somebody, and then as you, like, the blade connects, they just transform into a huge, like, huge-sized, like, 20-foot by 20-foot giant, like, depiction of their deity. And just, like, says, like, really, bro? And just smacks the shit out of you. That is the most metal and coolest thing ever. I love it. It can't be taken by the Battle Harbinger, sadly, because Battle Harbingers only have up to, I believe, 9th level spells, and Avatar's a 10th level spell, sadly. But, like, come on! Why is this 20th level feat so lame? Everything else but the Battle Harbinger, I fucking adore. Like, you just bonk. You hit something, they die. That's your job. What do you want me to fucking do? I'll kill you. That is the entire archetype. Like, your entire archetype is that one scene from that really bad but also kind of funny horror movie where there ends up being, there's a scene where there's a priest who knows kung fu, kicking zombies like all over the place, being like, I kick ass for the Lord, and just starts beating the shit out of zombies, doing bicycle kicks and shit. It's like that.
But Phoebe, they don't have full spell.
I don't care. I hit a man with my sword. My divine weapon is the barricade buster. My divine weapon is a fucking machine gun. Like, what do you want from me? It's just peak. Can you say this? Oh, your deity lets you use the machine gun. Oh, I see. When? 19th level. Oh, how quaint. Anyways. You're just cooler. Extending the blesses of area of effect to be up to, like, a +4 bonus. If you're out of bonk somebody with a Bible, for real. That would honestly be peak, not gonna lie. Where's my, like, we got a combat fishing pole in War of Immortals. Where's my combat book? But, you know, that was a Battle Harbinger. Everything up to the 20th level capstone is the fucking coolest thing ever. And remember, you don't get just these feats. You get Vicious Strike, which is extra dice, 2 extra ability, add a bunch of extra dice onto your attack. Intimidating Strike, hit a man, they're intimidated. They're just automatically feared. No one making a save or anything. Bespell Strikes. Bespell Strikes is really cool. I'm trying to remember. Oh, God, I gotta find the wording for it because I'm really bad at describing it. Basically, you cast a spell, and then your next Wappy does more damage. Yeah, it does an extra 1d6 force damage, I believe. Oh man, remind me of a cleric archetype I can pay for one who fought with a reinforced book. Ooh. That sounds kind of funny. Man, Pathfinder First Edition had a lot of weird shit. I think my favorite Pathfinder First Edition ism has to be the, what the fuck is it called? The alchemist archetype that could only be taken by goblins, where they traded out their like ability to make like potions and stuff for the ability to make pheromones that attract giant vultures and also giant bats, in which case they would just use them as mounts that fly around to bomb people from the air. I want that back. It's never coming back, but I want that back. Perfumist? No, I don't remember what it's called, but it was just, I love it. Give me a second. I'm looking at PF1E archetype. Alchemist archetype. Beast Morph, no. Where are you? I know you're somewhere near. Yeah, there's so fucking many of these. Wayne Marauder, of course, is the last one. Ugh, this page is so white. You know, Beast Tamer. You get a cool dog. Of course, there's Druid Animal Companion, but it has to be a dire bat or a giant vulture. And then, that's it. You replaced your mutagens. That's what it was. Mutagens, not potions. So you just get a cool dog that lets you fly around on its back to fucking just throw bombs at dudes. Like those plain, like the weird bat riders in fucking Ringo. I just love it. They're just goofy. And now we have champion feats. Champion feats. These are really good. They made the oaths not shit. There's a couple new oaths. Oath of Slayer, Oath of Defender, Oath of Avenger. Hey, the oaths are back, but actually good now. Instead of being oddly way too specific, they're more generic, means they affect more different things, and they're pretty great. Oath of the Avenger. You sworn oaths to punish wicked acts you witness. You gain the edict, hunt down those who have harmed innocents or committed heinous crimes. When you see a creature harm an ally, an innocent, or a non-combatant, you can invoke your oath against that creature. Like speaking, this doesn't require an action. Most champions choose to invoke these oaths out loud if they're able to, because it sounds way cooler. This invocation lasts indefinitely. You can choose to end it if you are satisfied that the target has performed, atoned, or been forgiven. You can use Lay on Hands to damage a creature who have invoked this oath as if it were undead. In which case, the Lay on Hands deals spirit damage to vitality damage, and gains the spirit trait, and loses the vitality trait. You just get the fuck you, put your hand on them. Ah! I love this feat. Like, you see some guy, like, kill an innocent man, and you're like, you will atone. And just burn their soul out there by, like, ah! In front of their fucking, like, gang of hooligans. Just fucking melt that guy with the power of God. Why don't you? I love it. You get the popular Bloodhound gang song Touch. This is still like just like imagine that. And you're like, ooh, Lay on Hands, they're gonna heal me. I guess I've atoned for my sins. And just fucking get your ghost punched out of you. Like fucking, what's it called? Doctor Strange. It's just so fucking goofy. And then you have Oath of the Defender. During the preparations, you can swear an oath to defend against a certain kind of enemy during your deeds that day. Choose aberrations, celestials, dragons, fiends, or undead. You can't choose celestials if you're holy, and can't choose fiends if you're unholy. You get the edict to defend against that creature of your kind. Allies in your champion's aura, not including you, because you're not an ally, remember, get resistance 2 to the damage dealt by that creature, with one of the chosen traits. If they deal more than 1 damage, apply that once. Apply the resistance only to the highest amount of damage. Increases to 3 at 7th, 4 at 12th, and 5 at 17th. If a creature with the chosen trait triggers your champion's reaction, and your champion's reaction grants resistance against the triggering damage, the resistance increases by 5. So basically, this gives you all of the oaths of I'm going to kill this one guy in particular. They used to be mashed up into one. And you can change it on the daily. So you don't have to always be like, I exclusively want to kill aberrations for the rest of my life. No, no, no. You can choose to do that once every day. I like Oath of the Defender before we had to pick which type we fought about, which feat. Now we get to pick every day. Yeah, no, I love it. It's literally just like, what if we mash up all those bad feats together and make them one decent feat? You could just pick during the day. You're like, we're going to that dragon test today. Cool. Oath of the Dragon Defender. You're like, oh, cool, nice. Thanks, bro. And Oath of the Slayer. It's the exact same thing, but for killing. You do additional spirit damage against a creature with that chosen trait, which increases it 2 at 7th, 3 at 14th. And then, if your chosen trait triggers your champion's reaction, this additional damage doubles at the end of your next turn. So, like, this is the killy one, then there's the defendery one, and then there's just, I absolve you of your sins. It's literally just that fucking meme. Hit them with that fucking TN triangle attack. God, I love those oaths. There's a whole bunch of other feats. Like sense holiness and unholiness. You're just like, that guy's holy. Or, that guy unholy. And Force Oath is really fun. It's literally just like, hey, once per hour, if you have any feat that has the oath trait, the sense holiness must be suck at a fucking Swiss cheese factory. I hate you. Your cringe-ass dad jokes, always. I love it. We enforce Oath once per hour as a single action. If you see a creature you've sworn an oath against, you call on your oath to embolden you in combat. Select one creature you can see you've sworn an oath against. Per the terms of your oath feat, you get a +1 bonus to AC and saves against attacks and effects by that creature. You also get a +1 bonus to attack rolls against that creature. However, your dedication draws your focus from all other enemies, so you get -1 penalty to attack rolls, AC, and saves against all the creatures that you stop enforcing your oath. Enforce Oath lasts indefinitely, but it ends entirely if the enemy is reduced to 0 HP. The enemy offers a legitimate solution, surrender to you or your allies, or you fall unconscious, or they won't notice you for more than a minute. You can also dismiss it as a free action. I love this because it's literally just being like, ew. You just point at somebody like, ew, and they're like, oh no. You just become way better at hitting them. They become way worse at hitting you, but you just stop caring about everyone else around you. I love feats like this. I single out that man to kill him in front of his family. Fuck that guy. He did a bad thing. He stole eggs. No one steals eggs in my fucking watch. And then we have Pale Horse is one of my favorite feats. I'm glad that they brought it back. You have a freaky dog. It's literally if you have Faithful Speed, Faithful Steed, and you're unholy, you get a weird dog. Your mount becomes a grotesque creature of foreboding when you ride it. Its appearance transforms as flames erupt from its skin, a whirl of void energy surrounds it, or poison leaks from its flesh. When you mount your Faithful Steed, you can choose fire, poison, or void. As long as you ride your steed, gains that trait. And resistance 10 to that chosen damage type. A creature that touches your steed takes 1d6 for that chosen damage type. This goes hitting with the steed with an unarmed attack, or with a melee weapon strike while adjacent to the steed, which increases to 2d6 at 16th level and 3d6 at 20th level. You make a fucking dog really weird. That's a goopy ass dog. You're like, yeah, it is. It's so exactly. It's so fucking cool. Imagine being a normal horse and you start bursting out fire. You're like, well, it's a living. This is what you get when you choose the unholy lord. And you also have Exalted Greatness back. You improve your Exalted Reaction with the benefit listed for your cause. Desecration, while you have the benefit, you also get a +2 bonus to saving throws against effects created by enemies in your champion's aura. That's really fucking good. Grandeur. A revealing light created by your flash of grandeur lasts for 1 minute. That's really good. Nobody is allowed to fucking be invisible around me. Also, fuck you. Like literally, just you've already blinded them, and now they cannot run away. No escape. Inequity. The damage dealt to enemies other than the triggering creature increases by an amount equal to damage dice of your destructive vengeance. It's okay. Justice. The penalty is -2 instead of -5. Which is really fucking good. Because originally, remember, because Justice, for anyone who doesn't know, Justice was its 11th level. Its 11th level ability is any ally in your champion's aura, the target in their melee reach, can spend a reaction to strike that target with a -5 penalty. It is now -2. Everybody, kill this man! You just point at that guy and everyone's like, all right, let's fucking get him. And just kill that man. I love it. You just swarm the motherfucker. Liberation, you and all affected allies can attempt to break free, not just the triggering ally. That's okay. Liberation has always felt like a very, like... I feel like it's really dependent on, like, a campaign and the enemies you're gonna fight, because, like, I haven't really been paralyzed or grappled a whole lot compared to just, like, being attacked. You know? Like, I feel like it has way less, like... Grandeur is hilarious because it literally fucking blinds you, at least. Hey, this asshole hit Dave! Fuck him up! Obedience. The damage dealt to creatures other than the triggering creature who refused to drop prone increases to half the damage the triggering creature would take. Roll the damage only once for all affected creatures. In the redemption, the resistance isn't reduced, which is just mean. Let me see where it is. Yeah, because originally the redemption one was, hey, if enemy refuses, you can choose to grant the resistance, which is usually 2+ your level, to yourself and all allies in your champion's aura, including the triggering ally. But the resistance was reduced by 2 for everybody. Now it's not reduced by anything, which it's not the biggest thing, but like, it's okay. Desecration and Justice are by far the best ones in my opinion. Like take this feat if you're gonna have either of those subclasses take this feat, honestly. I feel like it's up there with a must-have, not a full must-have, but it's up there with like, you probably should consider. My ones are normally, yeah. Thank you, Mirwell, for explaining it better than I did. And then, of course, you have your 8th level feats back. I love that these are back, the Celestial form and Fiendish form. You get a fly speed equal to your speed, you get dark vision, you get the Fiend/Celestial trait. It's just free flight and also, like, dark vision, but, like, thematically, you just become, like, an angel and or a devil. Which is always really cool and really fun. Because, like certain characters who have, like, really cool character arcs surrounding their faith and stuff like that. Like, imagine being like, my God has granted me this fucking awesome baller-ass form. And just sprout wings, and you're like, I'm cool now. I'm the captain of cool. I just love it. It's not the strongest, obviously. It's free flight at 18th level. It is up to your speed. So depending on what type of feats and equipment you have, it could be very much, but at the same time, my dwarf ass in fucking fortress plate with a fortress shield, walking at 10 feet per second, like I could fly at 10 feet per second, guys, don't worry. Took that on my paladin, whose pantheon was tied heavily to Norns. Someone said it gave her the Fate trait, and she became basically a Norn herself. Ooh, I love that. I just like when they reprint. I'm glad they finally reprinted these feats. But like, I just love them thematically. It's really fun for like certain character arcs and stuff like that. Retributive Focus. I'm pretty sure this is a reprint again. You get a focus point as a free action once per day whenever someone triggers your reaction, which they should because your entire existence is based on your reaction. I thought I had fly speed that level. Yeah, exactly. Like, it's not like groundbreaking, but I like it. Moving on to the Immortal Herald. This talks about entirely how to become a Mortal Herald. Like a deity gets to, like, because it's very thematic. Surprisingly, though, unsurprisingly, though, it's rare. It's not a mythic destiny, though. And a lot of people thought it would be. No. It's just a rare archetype where some deity chooses you to be their herald. You are the Erasity that someone's arrowed in. Don't look into that. Don't look into that further. It's a 12th level dedication, similar to, like, again, the mythic stuffs and also, like, Lich dedication, stuff like that. You also have to be Master in Religion or your deity's divine skill. Shouldn't be hard for people who are trying to become a Mortal Herald. But this gives you a lot of really thematic stuff being like, yeah, no, I'm literally the herald of this god. You get free domain spells. You get to invoke the fear of God in somebody. I love it. It's a free action once per 10 minutes. And you, when you successfully demoralize some guy, increase the effect of it. And like they stop being immune to your demoralized effects, like to your demoralized checks, excuse me, because normally the enemies are immune to demoralize for 10 minutes. You can ignore that with this free action. You only do it once per combat though against one person, but every time you demoralize them again, if they're demoralized, you increase the fear condition up to a maximum of 4. So you can just keep repeatedly spooking this man. I feel like this is one of the only times that lets you stack conditions like this in this way. Because I don't know any other, like, is there any other feats that let you do this? Because I'm blanking right now. I don't really think there are. Like, it literally should keep stacking fear on top of fear on top of fear. And I don't think anything else lets you do that. Swashbuckler? I don't think Swashbuckler adds on to it. I think it just lets you ignore the immunity. Or it does the Swashbuckler feat for that. I haven't really touched the Swashbuckler all that much. I know, I don't think so, but I mean, I get it. It's a rare archetype. Fuck it. Where is it? You know, the Immortal Herald isn't a mythic destiny, I don't think. But it has 2 mythic feats in it. Where are they? I think I just saw where it is. Flash of Omnipresence. And where I just saw you. Flash of Omniscience. These ones are mythic things. Oh, and Invisible Hand. Who's that furry guy? It's a moral herald of Cade and Kaylin. It's no nat one's persona. That's a joke I've been going with forever since I saw this originally. Like they showed it off. They revealed it a little bit like months and months ago. I was like, that's Def. Yep, there it is. That's Cade. That's his persona. You know, this isn't just mythic, but it has some mythic stuff in it. I get the generic like stuff like, yeah, 4th level you get to fly speed because Jesus. Like, have you like one of Donut's persona, like one of Donut's like characters he played as in either D&D or Pathfinder, I don't remember which game. He had art for it and he showed it off one time on his Twitter, and I'm like, oh, furry. Which I don't care about. But like I saw that art and I was like, that looks suspiciously like that one D&D character that No Nat made. Holy shit. Flash of Omnipresence is hilarious to me. It's a one action ability. It's a mythic ability, once per hour, which is why I hate it. I hate anything that's once per hour. I hate. Once per 10 minutes, I get, kind of. It's a once per encounter power. I'd rather it be a focus spell type situation, but I get it, I guess. But once per hour, I'm like, fuck you, dude. I don't want to have to track how many hours are happening in my dungeon. I'll fight you. But once per hour, you can teleport to an empty space adjacent to an ally within 100 feet. If you spend a mythic point as part of this action, you can teleport to anywhere within a mile. And when you arrive any enemy adjacent to you, must attempt a will saving throw against your class DC or spell DC or become stunned 1. So even if you don't have mythic stuff, so you can just teleport somebody within 100 feet of you, which I don't think is worth a feat unless you're using the mythic stuffs of it. But it's really funny, you can just up to a mile, you're just like, yoink, and just teleport next to some guy and scare them with your divine power. Also, look at this fucking Goblin Aurori Herald. Look at this sprinkler. I love Aurori picked this man. Aurori picked this goblin to be his herald. Look at him. Aurori believed in him. He could do it. He did it. Look at him. Herald's weapon. Choose a weapon you're currently wielding or an unarmed strike. Again, once per hour. For the duration, the chosen weapons unarmed attack deal spirit damage instead of regular damage, and they do an additional 2d4 spirit damage. High speed, we talked about that. Shield the Faithful, once per hour. This is nothing but once per hour thingies, by the way. Like a lot of them are, like the coolest ones. I can get the once per 10 minute ones, that's great. Once per hour, I hate you. Once per hour is so annoying to track. And also, like, it's cool. I get to do this thing maybe once or twice per session, I guess. I'm glad I spent a feat on it. I will fight you. Whoever keeps making stuff once per hour at Paizo, I won't fight you because I love you guys. But at the same time, please. Please? 10 minutes is enough, trust me. For 1 minute, you and all your allies within 10 feet of you gain a +1 item bonus to ACs and resistance 10 to spirit damage. In addition, a creature adjacent to you hits you with a melee attack, or a creature touches you with a hit or an attack, they take 5 spirit damage. 1 hour rest and you'll have it every fight. Why would we? That's a lot of time. We don't do 1 hour rests. We have a 10-minute rest and we move on. Like, Shield of Faithful isn't even good. It's a +1 bonus to AC and resistance 10 to spirit damage. Nothing does spirit damage. Sure, if someone hits you, they take 5 spirit damage. I have a cleric feat that's like 60th level that makes enemies take 2d6 like spirit damage when they hit me. This doesn't stack with shields, I don't think, right? Or is it like, no, it doesn't. Because I'm pretty sure this is like the champion, one of the champion auras they have from the new Remaster Champion. But at like 10 levels higher. And also resistance spirit damage, I guess. Also, I have a small gripe with stuff that's like for a minute. I know why they do it. But if you're balancing a whole minute of stuff for once per hour, I have only had 2 combats last more than 10 rounds. I've been playing this game since 2019. It's been 5 years almost. I have had 2 total combats last more than 10 rounds. Now I gotta wait an hour before I can do it again? When I only used like 4 out of those 10 rounds? Come on. Really? That's just a small gripe. I know why they do it for balance reasons, but at the same time, come on. Really? I think chastise is hilarious. If you have fear of God, you can use a 2-action ability to chastise the spirit of a foe within 30 feet of you. That's the fighting condition. Target must attempt a will saving throw against the higher class of your spells you see. The target is temporarily immune for 1 hour. Critical success, they're unaffected. Success, they take 2% spirit damage. The first time the creature fails their flat check to recover from this, the person's spirit damage doubles. And then failure is 4% damage, and it doubles if they fail. And then 6% spirit damage, and then if they fail, it doubles again. It's true that your new bench press PR is 5 pieces and 4. I can't lift up the bar, bro. Are you kidding me? Look at me. Look at my fucking arms. You think these arms can hold up any bar, let alone peas on the bar? Look at this. My forearms aren't huge. This is not some Popeye shit. This is just foopy ass clothing. I got nothing. I can barely hold my own head up. My neck is thin. Look at this. Like, what do you want me to expect me to hold? Yeah, no, I like how it doubles the persistent spirit damage if they fail, but at the same time, it's spirit damage. Spirit damage, I feel like, is a double-edged sword because it affects most things, but the things it doesn't affect, it really sucks that it doesn't affect them. Like if you're like fighting in like Numeria and you have spirit damage, you're just like, well, I'm doing fucking nothing, which I know is very rare, and you should never go and like make a character about spirit damage in the areas, but sometimes my ass fights constructs as my GM Daisy, the bimbo hoe, I love her the most. She likes to fight a lot of robots because one of her cities is entirely robotic, which I think is cool. I love Aglar, her homebrew town of no mission innovation. But at the same time, man, fuck you. I don't want to fight a robot. I do spirit damage. Hey, Dustin, we're talking about Mortal Herald and how my disdain for 1 hour abilities. I just always have like stuff that's like balanced around once per hour, like Shield the Faithful. 1 minute, all allies within 10 feet of you get a plus one bonus to AC and resist 10 to spirit damage. Yeah. Which is neat. But like the champion could do that at like level like 4. And then it's like, oh great. No, I said wrong. I meant once per hour. So I get to do this cool thing once. I can do this okay effect once. I have to wait an hour to do it again. I don't want to track an hour. Shame the Exemplar's Titan Titan Breaker only affects one spirit damage. Yes. You know, that's what I mean. Like, so I'm like, do I stand around? Like, I'm gonna heal like 10, 20 minutes maybe, but it's like, how long does this thing take? Okay, this encounter took over here. How long did it take for us to walk over here? Okay, did this? Has it been an hour? Gee, yeah, Daisy, has it been an hour yet? No, fuck. That's me with every single fucking, that's me with every single like once per hour ability I have with like my GM Daisy. Daisy, has it been an hour yet? No. Oh man. How about now? No. Oh man. I took a feat for this. I can do it once per session. I got once out of my 4-hour session, I could use this ability. I could use for 1/4 of a dungeon crawl, maybe. Like, once per hour abilities make me afraid to use them ever. Because what if I need them on another fight? I only get to use it once per dungeon. Maybe twice if I'm lucky. That's one stipulation. I'm always like, damn. I hoard my once per hour abilities like fucking potions in a Final Fantasy game. Before we learned about long rest, my high school group used to think that once per day abilities reset at 12:01 a.m. I love that. It literally is the Final Fantasy Elixir problem. It's like, I might need this potion later. You have 98 of them. I might need all of them in one fight. You don't know. That's me with once per hour abilities. And I'm always like, I know it won't ever happen, but at the same time, what if it does? I'm really scared. Hey, Falco Rain. I'm very normal about this. And I know it's like it's a personal pet peeve. I know there's probably a good balanced reason for it to happen. I'm just fucking paranoid about ever using them because, like, what if I need it? Phoebe, this is literally the final boss. But what if I need my 2 avatar spells beforehand? Hey, Paige, what's good? Should have a dozen one an hour. You never run out of them. I won't use any of them. You want me? No, literally. Well, we've also had a second form. Guess fucking what? The final boss had 3 forms. So, like, ooh. Yeah, by the way, when I said, because I talked about, like, balancing like 1 minute long effects with a 1 hour cooldown is kind of neat. I've only ever had 2 fights my entire 5 years of playing Pathfinder 2 ever last longer than 1 minute. Like 10 rounds, I should say. And the final boss with 3 forms was one of them, where it lasted 14 rounds, and I was like, oh. That's one of my things. I'm like, damn it, bro. Like we should balance it based on it could last a minute. My combats last 4 rounds max. I don't even use half of my ability. I only get to use it once or twice per dungeon. It doesn't hold over. There's no layover minutes. I can't just there's no family plan. I just gotta fucking deal with using half my ability once per dungeon. Rant over. I'm sorry. I'm cringe. I give that back. Dive of the Divine is cool though. God, family plan for buff minutes? No, for real. If you have a fly speed at least 20 feet and you have the Mortal Herald dedication, I can't talk. If you're at least 20 feet above the ground, you fucking dive bomb. Fly straight down, landing safely in the nearest unoccupied space directly below you. When you land, all creatures in a 10-foot animation take 8d4 spirit damage with a basic fortitude save. On a failure, the target is pushed 5 feet or 10 feet back on a critical failure. At 20th level, the spirit damage increases to 10d10. Thank you for the stretch. Fuck. It's the superior landing. Also, wait. Check it. This has no cooldown. Starfinder Galaxy Guy does it frog page now. Fuck yeah, let's go. Is that the one that has the Astros? Damn, that was good fucking damage. That was 2 away from max. Is that the one with Astrozoans in it? I want that one. I want the jellyfish. Yeah, just keep flying up and dive bombing. Exactly. 2 actions to dive bomb, 1 action to fly up 20 feet. Astrozoan! Let's fucking go! And Vlaka. I know Lumi's gonna be very happy about Vlaka existing. But fucking Astrozoans! Let's fucking go! Whoever doesn't know what an Astrozoan is, give me a second. They're my favorite thing of all time. I have the picture on my desktop because I want to look at it all the time because I'm like, damn, I wish I could be this. Astrodoman, or we're taking a break to Starfinder. Astrodomans are fucked up creatures. They're like medium people-sized, weird starfish fuckers that can shapeshift by using like a little bulbous sack of mass they keep out in the back here. The biomass, and they can go and transform very The Thing-like, body horror-like, into a person. Broth, you are rad. Little gas balls. But they're fucking creepy. I love them. They're my favorite. But yeah, no, question for anybody out there. This has a once per hour cooldown. I give everybody a 1 to their AC if they're within 10 feet of me for a minute. Versus no cooldown, fuck you, 8 to 10 d10 damage every single turn to everybody in a big emanation around me that's in 10 feet of me. Don't fuck with me. What is this? This doesn't get a cooldown, but this does? Bruh. Once per hour, I can teleport to somebody within 100 feet of me. Cool. Instant explosive death blast beam of destruction from the sky. No cooldown. What will you take me for, Paizo? What the fuck is this? I'll kill you. Like, Battle Harbinger slaps, though. I love Battle Harbinger most, but this dedication confuses me. Like, Heraldic Proclamation, once per day, as a single action, this is a spell shape. If the next action used to cast a non-cantrip spell, then all allies within 30 feet gain HP equal to double the rank of the spell, and all enemies within 30 feet take spirit damage equal to double the rank of the spell. Don't worry, guys. You all get 10 HP. I can only do this once per day. Anyways, dive bomb, dive bomb, dive bomb, dive bomb, dive bomb. I'm confused. I don't see why Heraldic Proclamation, it's a spell shape, it's one extra spell shape that can give you at most 20 HP to everybody and do 20 spirit damage to everybody with a basic will save. I do that once per day. I have a limited, if I'm using spell slots, I'm using a very limited resource. Why do I have to add on top of that? I don't know. But I don't know anything about tabletop design. I don't know anything about balance. I don't know how balanced that might be or unbalanced that might be. Just let you do that with every spell thing. But like, ugh, it's annoying. You have to hydrate. But like, I mean, I'm annoyed. I do think the Deific font is cool. Once per hour, make yourself drained. And then if you cast a 4th rank or lower spell, it doesn't cost a spell slot. Or focus point if it's a focus spell. But I don't know why you would do this for a focus spell. You get those back every time you take a 10-minute nap. Eyes of God is awesome. Anything that gives you True Sight for free is based. This is Emmy Ghost. They're Immortal Herald of Norgorber. Also, Shan Wolf, someone in my YouTube chat did just point something out I forgot to mention, in case you're still wondering about the Battle Harbinger. The Battle Harbinger's battle font spells, the Bless, Bane, Benediction, Malediction, use your class DC instead of your spell DC, which again, remember, is legendary at max level. Yeah, so they're extra good. I forgot to mention that. Thank you again, Sanctimus. I think that's how you say it, Sanctissimus, for pointing that out. I forgot to mention that. It's really good, yes. I don't know why I neglected to mention that. But thank you. But yeah, no, if you have an Apex item in your Wisdom, it's like a 45 DC. Just fucking check this shit, nerd. Get a minus to your attack rolls and ACs. Glorian High reminds you of Jade from Warframe just by name, but still, that's fair. Glorian High, 2 action ability. Immortal Herald notification, fly speed at least 20 feet. You fly upwards up to your fly speed and interact to draw a weapon or to gesture with your hands or a horn holy symbol. Each enemy within 60 feet of a nation must attempt a will saving throw against the higher of your class DC or spell DC, or else the result they become immune for 1 hour. They are either on a success, dazzled for a minute. Okay, that's good. Failure. Blinded for 1 round, dazzled for 1 minute, taking 10d6 mental damage.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Critical failure. Blinded for 1 minute, dazzled for 1 hour, and takes 26 mental damage.
Oh, fuck, okay.
Aaron, thank you for the heads up, though. I'm gonna do gross things at age. No, for real! Everyone on Reddit's like,
Battle Harbinger is not cool compared to Warper.
What do you mean? What do you mean it's not? Are you kidding me? Just look at it. Read, fucker. Like something a lot of people don't. Because like a lot of the Reddit people just don't have the book yet, and they just base their assumptions off of like something someone else read. How? It reminded me of Prometheus yesterday. I did not know my name was a tongue twister. Puyustan. I think it's just because like the amount of oo sounds can trip somebody up. The amount of U's in there. Oh yeah, no, Glorian High is fucking awesome. It's once per hour asterisk. The hour is the amount of the fucking cooldown the enemies have, but at the same time, 26 mental damage plus blinded for 1 hour and fucking dying for 1 minute, dazzled for 1 hour is really strong. But yeah, no, Battle Harbinger is fucking disgusting. I don't care what anybody on Reddit says. I mean, it's balanced, obviously. And I think the 20th capstone feat is kind of lame-ish, but at the same time, I love it, everything. I've been nothing but praises for Battle Harbinger from people who didn't like War Priest and thought you didn't do a good enough job. No, like literally, I played a War Priest from levels 12 to 20. I was like, this is great. It does what it does, amazing, and it's great. I wish Harbinger had strength or dex for a key score. I can see why they didn't. I think it would be rad if it had strength, dex, or wisdom. But I can get where they're coming from. But at the same time, it must strength. And when upper creature is fine, yeah. Especially because it does a lot of damage, has a really awesome effect. Like an vaguely shitty 20th level feature is fine, lower levels are literally everything up until 20th level is a banger. Battle Harbinger is just a cool martial cleric. It does everything you want out of being a martial cleric. It hits things really good. You still have buffs and other spells you can put on yourself. You have huge fucking auras that work off your class DC, which goes up to legendary, that affect both your friends and your enemies. You can sustain them for free by hitting things and just by having your turn happen. It's just, you're going to be filling an entire fucking, like, battle map with nothing but auras. And killing dudes. And remember, Some people don't seem to realize the reaction attack that lets you like the reaction when you the reaction that happens when you critically hit an enemy with your attack to increase the number of like say bless goes up by +1 to +2. That can snowball. As the higher your attack is, the higher your critical chance is. So that 2's going to go to a +3, and then even faster, that 3 is probably going to go to a +4. Especially if you do it on like trash mobs or mooks or like, hey, Dave, help set me up for this because this is a teamwork-based game. Cool. Now we're all better for the better of it. I don't know. Some people are weird. Reddit White Room math people are confusing to me. Oh man, I want to talk about all of the 20th level, 8th level ones because these are the really cool ones. Also, this Mortal Herald of Gazra is my favorite thing ever. Look at this art. I love gods that are of dualities like Nethys and Gazra because the art of people who are those things, like either the herald of them or just a worshiper of them, is always the fucking coolest. But unfortunately, it's 9 o'clock. I didn't really get to delve deep into the other archetypes like the Oracle Mysteries. I'm gonna go over a little bit for a second. The only new one, like Ashes and Time, are reprints. They're not new, but they have some differences to it. But Blight is really cool. It's all about fucking rotting shit. It's really awesome. But unfortunately, I have to go and end stream because it's 9 o'clock, which makes me sad. Because I want to keep going, but I kind of have to go to work tomorrow morning. Like, if that bad. I'm going to try to find somebody to rate. Is Nonat offline? I thought he had like a 400 hours in a subathon. Damn. Ah, well. Who is live right now? Which one of my homies is live right now? I was like, is Melissa live as a person? What's she doing right now? Oh, I think she's away and everyone else is updating their OBS for her. No declaration is online. Oh, yeah, true. Yeah, there they are. They have raids open, let me see. They do. Okay. Thank you everybody for watching. I will be back on Friday for more just chatting and just talking about Pathfinder again. Thank you all for watching. I hope you all had a wonderful night. Stream of Goblins tonight. And if you want to join my Discord, you can go ahead and join it right there. The link just got posted by my bot. Our raid message is going to be Get Bited Stinky. So I don't know, I fucking had a hiccup. Get Bited Stinkies. I'll post it in chat right there. You can copy and paste that and put that in chat as we go in there. I'll see you all later. Bye.